boobs.
You may qualify for recovery
That's
assistance.
literally the
Don't
next
delay.
person
Call
that sends me a message of, hey, can you do this today?
888-791-0207.
I'm going to Xerox my butt
RenewNC.org
cheeks and send them to them.
Right.
No, I can't do that today.
No.
I am done in
Rebuilding
3
homes
hours
and
and 2
restoring
minutes.
hope.
Ready to shift gears?
It's like the
Career Asheville train.
I'm still just stuck on the getting the email at 8:45 yesterday saying, "Hey, can you cut this by 11?" No, I can't.
How am I going to do that?
And
Can I
support
be in
every
2
step of the
places
way.
at one time?
Right.
Is that
And enjoy
physically
full benefits,
possible?
including medical,
No?
dental, vision,
Then you
and
have your
retirement.
answer.
All you need is a valid driver's license, a clean driving record, and great people skills. Asheville Ride Transit, equal opportunity provider. Drive your future today.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Here we go. Don't suck.
WPEK Fair
Try not to.
WMXF Waynesville.
All right, this is the last day for Q's to call, by the way.
Okay.
iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good. Now, your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Dollar. That's dollar.
Dollar.
Enter it now.
Go to ESPNAVL.com to play, and good luck.
Live from the Ingalls studio,
I can't wait to play with myself every day.
the Sportsocracy.
Damn the devil to hell! Let the big dog see! Let him on the field!
Come get you some of this.
Fire them cannons! By golly, put more powder in those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh my God. The Jets killed him.
It is ESPN Asheville 92.9 FM, 880 AM and 1400. We are the Sportsocracy, and we are heard everywhere you go on the iHeartRadio app, and we are seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel, join us in the chat. Today is...
Football Friday.
That was weak sauce, man.
I ain't got it. I'm having to save up all the energy I've got for bangers.
Bangers are coming
Because
up.
last week, bangers, they didn't bang.
Oh, no.
They did not bang. Last week's bangers were
Well,
grumper juice.
you know, sometimes that happens. Sometimes you try to play good. You want to play good.
You don't play so
Sometimes
good.
You don't play so good. Exactly.
I didn't play so good last week. If you followed my, the good thing is if you followed my instruction last week, you're not listening because you're working a shift at the Home Depot right now. Trying to get
Your wife
trying
kicked
to
you
get
out.
out. Yeah, your wife's left you. Bad things have happened. It's not good, and I'm sorry.
No, you got all your stuff in a cardboard box in the back of the car, and everything's
She called and said, you ain't got to come pick up your stuff, but I think it's going to rain tomorrow, so I would.
Oh, we got bangers coming up at the end of every hour today on a Football Friday. All of the games in the NFL picked. Coming up in the final hour, of course, it'll be time for the daily draft. Where you going to go if you could go anywhere? And if I could go anywhere this weekend, Jeremy, it would be my bed.
That's where I'm going.
And that's where I'm going to go.
That's 100% where I'm going.
Right. It is what it is. I got some video games to catch up on. I got to catch up on the last episode of It before Sunday night.
Oh, I should probably start that. How many episodes of that have happened? 3?
3, yeah.
Okay. We're probably still 2 weeks away from me. That'll be as we sit around the old Christmas tree.
Jeremy's got to have it as he as so he can consume all of it at once.
Yeah, I don't do I don't do watching things as they happen.
The problem is if you wait. The problem is if you wait and you do it that way, then you watch all 6 in a row, and then you just have to wait for the last 3. So I mean, I guess maybe that's better. You're not waiting as long as everybody else.
Oh, I will watch I'll watch the first 5 all at once. I will forget that series even exists for a month, and then I'll watch all 5 of them the day that the last one comes out.
Just a piece of advice for anyone who has not seen Welcome to Derry, the It saga or whatever it's called on HBO. Do not try to eat while you're watching that show. Just throwing that out there.
And don't show, and make sure you watch it after the kiddies have gone to bed.
Oh, no doubt. There needs to be – I mean, you should probably take your children to someone else's house to stay the night if you're going to watch that
Just in
series.
case they wake up and are scarred for the rest of their lives.
I mean, I worry about my 14-year-olds who love scary movies and stuff. I worry about them just accidentally walking into the room while we're watching that show. It is freaky.
Well, I
But
mean,
it's
on
good.
the bright side,
But it is good.
you got 14 years of experience of being afraid they were going to walk in the room. So I think you know how to handle it.
Well, I mean, that's a therapy bill I'm waiting to get. Sure. Most definitely.
Oh, I didn't know that had happened. So I wouldn't have said that had I known that. So I unwind everything I just said.
Yeah.
Oh, that's definitely
Waiting
a
for that to
therapy
come
bill.
up in the discussion.
Oh, that's definitely a therapy bill. That's rough.
It wasn't that rough. Anyhow, it is a football Friday.
I don't
here in
like
the
where that was
Sportsocracy.
headed. I don't like any of what just transpired right there.
Last night was a Thursday night football, and we had, again, a wonderful time hanging out at Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue in downtown Asheville. They are the place that you want to entrust your Thanksgiving to. Get those orders in by November 22nd so you can make sure that they take care of all the hard work for you. You can get that big bear feast that's got all of the fixins. It's got the turkey, of course, made by the best pit masters in town. BearsBBQ.com. And we are there every Thursday, except for Thanksgiving. I'm pretty sure we're not going to be there on Thanksgiving.
Correct.
Right? Okay.
We will not be there on Thanksgiving.
Just wanted to clear that. I think they'll be pretty busy that day.
No doubt.
Getting the last minute orders out, and but I think they are open. So if you wanted to go there on Thanksgiving, you just have your family Thanksgiving right there at the back alley bar. Anyhow, 135 Cox Avenue, BearsBBQ.com. Last night we had your New York Jets.
Those are not my New York Jets.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. I wear their stuff. I don't care. I don't care even a little bit. I'm mad that you won 2 games. I am dumbfounded that Justin Fields is somehow playing quarterback. I'm dumbfounded that Aaron Glenn stepped up to a podium and said, I think Justin Fields did some good things. I wanted to be in that media room so I could raise my hand and go, name one. Any one. I don't care what it is. You can say he put his shoes on and tied them correctly. Because I'm not sure he did that.
Well, he averaged 6 yards a carry, so, I mean,
Woo!
I guess there's one thing that you can point to.
So he's a decent running back. Great. That's solid.
You can celebrate the fact that he had 6 yards a carry. You cannot celebrate the fact that he was the leading rusher for your team when you have Breece Hall.
I did some computation, Tank.
Okay.
In this season, Justin Fields has thrown for 200 yards 4 times. The Jets have played 10 games. He missed one of them. Mm-hmm. In the 5 games that he has not thrown for 200 yards, if you combine those 5 games, he hasn't thrown for 300 yards.
Ooh.
In 5 games, he's thrown for 288 yards. That is an average of 57.6 yards per game.
Gross.
That's hard to do in the. He has 4 games this season as a starting NFL quarterback where he's completed less than 10 passes in a game.
Mm-hmm.
That's borderline impossible to do. I firmly believe Justin Fields is the single worst NFL quarterback I have ever seen. He's worse than I thought he was, and that's saying a lot.
Well, it really doesn't help that you have a terrible quarterback on a terrible team. Sometimes you can hide that if he's on a better team.
Hey, last night,
so much
A.D.
when the
Mitchell
team's
did have 3 bad drops. He's going to infuriate me, and I can already tell that. Because he's open a lot, but good googly moo, he can't catch to save his life.
Mm-hmm.
The Jets are an abomination. They are the laughingstock of the NFL.
Yep, but, hey, here's the bright side. You did cover the 13.5-point spread last night.
12.5.
Well, it was 13 when we picked it yesterday.
And it finished at 13 on the nose.
Right. It was 27-14. So the hook If you got
Gotcha.
it at 13.5,
Gotcha.
you're good. If you got it at 12.5, sorry.
Yeah, that team's terrible. Now let's talk about the good team,
The MVP?
the new. I know they believe that, and I don't disbelieve that. If that makes sense. Drake May was good last night. I didn't think he was great.
Mm-hmm.
Took a couple bad sacks. There was a lot of Travion Henderson, Stephon Diggs, and that's kind of the point that I'm getting ready to make. Drake May doesn't have to be the MVP. That team is just good. Best defensive player goes out last night. Hey, guess what? He still couldn't run. Your clogger in the middle, Milton Williams, he goes out, didn't matter. Jets still couldn't run. They tried. They failed. Best pass I've seen thrown all year by a New York Jet was Isaiah Williams. You know what's wrong with that? Isaiah Williams plays wide receiver.
Doesn't make you feel all hunky-dunky. However, hey, keep on losing. Keep on losing. We got a draft pick. We got a bunch of draft picks.
Just lose, baby. The second receiving touchdown of John Mechie's career. Yep. Shout out. What up, John?
Yep.
Not a lot else to not a lot else to be real happy about.
No, Drake May last night was. He was super efficient. He ended up with an 83 QBR.
Oh yeah.
He's now up to 72% completion percentage on the season, so that certainly puts him at the top of that discussion of, is he the MVP?
Oh, that's super good. He's super good at football. The Washington or the New England Patriots, they are super good at football.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're the best team in the AFC. I think the AFC goes through them, and I'll go out on a limb and say I don't think they lose more than one game the rest of the year.
That's lofty expectations. However, that schedule kind of leans that way.
They're going to lose the Bengals. They're going to lose to the Giants. They're going to lose to the Jets. They're going to lose to the Dolphins. Okay, so there's only two losable games on the schedule. That's the Bills and the Ravens. They've already beaten the Bills once.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really have a reason to think they won't beat them in Foxborough. Because that game against the Bills is coming off a bye. You do have a letdown game that just screams with the Baltimore Ravens. But other than that, they're not losing another game.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have a hard time believing that the Bills will let them get two against them. Although things will have to change for the Bills moving forward to that game. I mean, obviously, Josh Allen's got to stop turning the ball over, or else they will definitely lose that game if that is the case. But yeah, I mean, they're on a roll. They're going to continue to be on a roll, and Drake May is going to continue to sit up there at the top of the odds to win the MVP this year, right there with Sammy D MVP.
Sammy D.
And I guess Daniel Jones is he still the 3?
Matt
Stafford.
I have not checked.
I'm forgetting Stafford.
I haven't checked the odds today. Drake May is now the odds-on favorite, plus 235. Mm-hmm. Matthew Stafford's plus 250. Patrick Mahomes is plus 500. Stop that. Can we stop that, please? Josh Allen's
there's somebody
5.
that's still going to put money on that.
Josh Allen's 5. Josh Allen's been horrifically awful for a month.
Yep.
Get out of here. Sam Darnold's still plus 1,100. I'm going to throw more money at Sam Darnold. I will take all your cookies because I still like Sam Darnold to win the MVP.
Fair enough. Last night, 27-14. New England Patriots improving to 9-2 on the season.
Mitten Man 56 has a question in our YouTube chat that I think is interesting.
Mitten Man? Okay.
Yeah, for some reason now we get your actual handle instead of your name. I don't know why. I don't know what I did. I didn't mean to do that. I don't like it. I would change it back if I could, but I can't.
Mm-hmm. Is that Detroit Fan Man?
No. His is actually Detroit Fan Man.
Okay.
So Mitten Man, is Drake May a top 10 quarterback as today sits? Unequivocally, yes.
Yes.
I'm not sure I can name 5 that I'd rather have than Drake May right now. Especially if you take the contract in. Mm-hmm. If how much he makes comes into this, he's won.
I mean, I would agree with that. It never does, though, in these discussions.
It should.
It's well, I mean, the discussion of how good are you doesn't have anything to do with your contract. Now, if it's how good, how much of a value you are to your team, certainly that matters. Or if the choice right now is, all right, we're starting a team and you get Matthew Stafford in his contract or you get Drake May in his contract, there's no question there. Everybody would choose the guy who's making, what's he making, $6 million?
It's not a lot.
Somewhere in that. I haven't committed the rookie pay scale to memory. But, of course, you would choose the guy who's playing as an MVP and you're spending nothing on him. But if it comes down to who do you trust to win you a game regardless of contract or situation or any of those things, does Drake May really stack up as one of the most trusted in the league right now?
I would say yes.
It's hard not to believe it.
I mean, because there's so few quarterbacks that you actually believe in. You believe in Pat. You believe Josh will figure it out. You believe in Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
From there, what do you actually believe in?
I believe in Stafford as long as he's healthy, but the health is a question.
He's 38.
Right. I believe in Jared Goff, but that's more system and team around him than it is him as an actual quarterback. I believe to a point in Baker Mayfield, but I mentioned yesterday we've reached it. We've reached the pinnacle of Baker. And head-to-head with Drake, no, I'll take Drake right now. I mean, I think that's where we're at.
Yep.
And that was only, 7?
He's right
I think there's
there.
only 7 quarterbacks that are even in the discussion to be higher than Drake May. And there was 2 of those that I was like,
To me, the most amazing
so, yeah, he's
thing.
a top 5.
To me, the most amazing thing about New England, I want to play a little game. And I want to see how many of these you can get right.
Okay.
New England currently has 5 players on the roster that their cap hit is over $10 million. How many of those do you think you could name? I'll give you a hint. 2 of them play the same position.
2 of them play the same position. Milton Williams.
That's 3.
And Barmore.
That's 2.
Okay. They got Landry. Does he fall into that category?
Nope.
No.
He's at 8.5, right ahead of Drake May at 8.3.
Christian Gonzalez. They just paid him.
Nope. That contract hadn't kicked in yet. They haven't paid him yet, and that contract wouldn't have kicked in even if they had.
Oh, I thought they had already done that deal.
I don't think they have, but I can check.
Diggs.
Nope.
No. Wow. Who else? Hunter Henry? No,
that's 5.
Him. No.
That's 5.
Okay.
Carlton Davis is 4. Michael Onwenu is number 1.
And never would have gotten Onwenu.
I know you wouldn't have. That's my point.
Right.
They're 10th in cap space this following offseason.
Nice.
What New England has done here is nothing short of remarkable. Because this team's not crazy talented. They're very well coached. Mike Vrabel's that dude. I tried to tell you this in the offseason. That dude is a dude, and that team is good. I never in a million years thought they'd be this good.
I didn't think it'd be this quick. I thought they could be this good. I didn't think it'd be this quick.
I thought they were a playoff team. That was more a shot at the AFC, and I thought they would take a incremental step forward.
Right.
And then we would be looking at them with cap space this year, and they'd be Washington all over again. Veterans want to play here because you got a young coach. You got a young coach that people want to play for. You got a young quarterback people want to play with. Instead, we're already to that point, and you haven't spent the money to build out the roster yet, and you've got 2 full years to do that.
No. And you nailed your quarterback. Because in just 2 short years, Drake May has climbed to the top of the league.
You know, it's weird. I believe I recall sitting in Detroit 2 years ago and saying the top 2 quarterbacks in this class are Drake May and Jaden Daniels, and it's not even close.
Yes.
And we had a reel on Instagram that did millions of views. It had 616,000 reactions the last time I saw it. And you know what's funny? Not one of those people has come back and said, you were right.
Mm-hmm.
But I was.
Yep.
I wasn't wrong for a second. Because if you look me in the face right now and say you would take Caleb Williams over Jaden Daniels or Drake May, I'm going to drug test you on site. Like, before I let you drive a car, I'm going to let you you're going to have to urinate in a cup for me.
Yes. Yes. The only way you could take Caleb Williams over Jaden Daniels right now is because the other one's injured.
The only way you could take Caleb Williams over, you could tell me that somebody cut Jaden Daniels' leg off with a hacksaw, and I'd still take him over Caleb Williams. The only way I'm taking Caleb Williams over either of those two is if I'm looking for somebody to go shopping with.
You're in the
little Manny Petty? Nothing? Okay. Sure.
That was a good pull.
Good. I know.
It is the Sportsocracy. It is a Football Friday. We'll be right back here on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. All right, we're clear.
All new era of Carolina football.
Cost at the 40, cuts back. Cost at the 20. Caleb to the house. Touchdown, Carolina.
Don't miss 1 minute of the action as Coach Bill Belichick takes the reins.
Typo bring down the sideline. Cuts back at the 5. Give him 6, baby. Touchdown, Carolina.
On your home for Carolina football.
Asheville's home for the Tar Heels is ESPN Asheville.
Hey, it's Ed Helms, host of Snafu, my podcast about history's greatest season. We're bringing you a new Snafu every single episode.
32 lost.
That's the way he sounds to me in this commercial. Ed Helms doing his promo for his podcast. Hey, it's Ed Helms here. Hey, you remember me from the Hangout movies? Hey,
the Hangover
Jordan
movie.
Klepper. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Snafu with Ed Helms, and listen now.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And we're the Chainsaw Brothers. Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene,
I was in a really bad remake of the National Lampoon's Vacation.
Heard so many people call him.
I was the 7th most popular character on The Office. I played banjo.
Our business was born.
Have you read
that high on that list?
Get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed.
Michael's
He's
up
not
there.
for me.
If we say we're going to be there,
Michael,
we'll be there.
ones I would
In
have
these
ahead of
parts,
Ed Helms.
We live how
Michael's
we were
up there.
When you call
Dwight's
the
up there.
Brothers, you're not.
Jim.
Anyway, we're good at what we
Kevin.
do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
Pam.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828.
Daryl.
Oh, yeah,
Or
Daryl.
find us on Facebook. See how we treat.
Brick.
Are you still covered up with storm?
Or, no, what was his name?
What's about our
Creed.
daily rates?
Creed. That was it.
1013.
Yeah,
That's
Brick was
828.
from Anchorman.
Brick was the Anchorman. Yeah.
Brick was
Chainsaw
Michael in
Brothers. Our
Anchorman.
neighbors. We're Western North Carolina strong.
Brick killed a guy with a trident.
Right.
Our real estate team
Speaking
at
of which, you might want to lay low
WNC
for a while.
and EXP Realty offers
James Spader's character.
AI-powered listing
James
experience
Spader's
available
so good.
to just the top 10% of all listings
He has
in
the
our
best
area.
voice. I wish the
Immersive
voice in my
media,
head was
cutting-edge
James
design,
Spader.
and elevated
James
marketing.
Spader.
Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings.
Oscar.
And out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today,
Yes.
828-774.
By the way, have you seen the paper?
They've already canceled it.
This
so
football season,
Did they?
Yeah.
this barbecue is where
At least that's what I
The
read.
first couple episodes, it was kind of funny.
Saturday, Sunday, and Monday on big screens with boom and sound, cold drinks, and the best barbecue in town. Bring your crew and tackle the game day grub package. A dozen wings, a pound of pork or chicken, a full rack of ribs, 3 pints of
Yeah, no, his girlfriend was better than him.
for hungry fans. Whether you're cheering for touchdowns or just here for the
Oh, yeah,
ribs,
she was
Bears
just
is the
hot.
ultimate game day
Like,
destination.
really, really
I
hot.
loved her.
Down Asheville, your home for football.
Oh, no,
where
the paper
fans
has been
feast.
renewed.
We're
Oh, sweet.
and this is our Ingalls story.
Welcome to Henderson County.
Well, that was a fun little daily draft.
100%. Putting in work said it's the next daily draft is The Office.
Farm.
Favorite Office characters.
Fresh fruit.
Oh, we could totally do favorite Office episodes, though.
For decades, these beautiful locally grown apples have graced the shelves of Ingalls markets. And we look forward to carrying them for decades to come.
I get sensitivity training.
Low prices, love the savings.
The Sportsocracy.
That is some good, clean family fun there, eh, Cot?
All right, we are back in the Sportsocracy. It's a football Friday. Continuing the long slog of the football season.
Yeah, I mean, we're to the point that we were debating our favorite characters from The Office in the break. Sir Jimothy has a really good daily draft idea, too.
Okay.
If you could choose the voice inside your head, who would you choose or who would you hate to have?
Ooh.
The entire cast of The View is who I would hate to have. Just take them in order. I don't care. Any of them. I'm out.
Yeah.
Who would I like to have? It would be cool to have Morgan Freeman. I just think about, you're sitting at home. I believe I need to take out the trash. Maybe I'll go for a little walk.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's not
grab a Monster at the gas station and maybe a biscuit at Bojangles.
Every NFL fan should have Liev Schreiber on the list.
I don't know that he would be on my list. I mean, he would be up there, but I don't think he would make it for me. See, I'm screwed because the voice in my head is a mixture of Lou Holtz and Christopher Walken.
Of course it is.
We're going to go downstairs, get the mail, maybe get some gas in the truck, pick up a pizza.
It's not what I would imagine. Like if you just put it out on social media, like here's a picture of Jeremy Greene. Now everybody guess what this guy's inner voice sounds like. Who is this guy's inner voice? No one's coming up with Christopher Walken.
You're coming at my guy all wrong. He's a nice guy. He works
You're gonna
hard.
get a whole lot of Joe Dirt and his inner monologue by Billy Ray Cyrus.
Life's a garden, baby, dig it.
Maybe Dwight Yoakam as Dole Hargrave.
Oh, that's another inner voice, Sling Blade.
Yeah.
Reckon what you got good to eat now. That's really the only thing that ever comes up there.
Mm-hmm. 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 On a football Friday, we got a lot of good games this weekend.
Stephen Tao said his would be Rhea Ripley. That's a good. I don't even know what she talks like. I just would like to watch her say whatever's in my head. It can come out with whatever voice you want it to. I don't care if her voice comes out as Lou Holtz. It's still hot.
I believe that might do it. That might spin the narrative there, but
don't care.
Yeah. No. Okay. All right. Good for you. Bunch of good games this weekend. The first game of the day that we should pick.
I just love that we sent the chat careening into who would your inner voice be. Notorious B.I.G. said his would be Roll Tide Willie. I don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide. And that one's on the low side of me. Like the View, Roll Tide Willie, Bill Belichick's girlfriend. End of list.
First game of the day on Sunday.
He's tried so hard.
The morning game, Madrid. Why on earth we have to play this game? I don't know. It's on the schedule, so I guess. But Washington Commanders and the Miami Dolphins overseas. The best thing about this game is it's not being played on American soil.
Fact or fiction, the most fun part of this game is going to be saying the stadium it's played in. Santiago Bernabeu. I don't really know how that's pronounced. I don't know what that little thing over the E means.
It's got an accent over the E, so he doesn't.
Bernabeu. I don't know.
Bernabeu. It's not Bernabeu. I can attest for that one.
You can still get tickets for as low as $133. Unless there is something very strange about Spanish exchange rates to the U.S. dollar, that's too much.
I don't even know what currency do they use over there. Is that the euro?
The Bernabeu. I don't know.
Does Spain use pesos, or is that just a Mexico thing?
I want to make fun of you for asking that question. I genuinely know so little that I can't, because I'm afraid I'll make fun of you for something you got right.
I'm not sure about that. I've never even thought about going to Spain, so never looked into it. But if you put any amount of pesos or, doubloons or Spanish galleons, whatever they're using these days, on this game, what are you doing? Are you going Miami Dolphins as the favorite?
I'm not.
They're 2.5-point favorite against the Commanders.
I was taking whoever the dog was in this game, so I'll take the Commanders, and I'll do it with a smile on my face.
There you go.
Whoever I'm catching points from, I'm in, because this game might finish 2-0. I wouldn't be shocked.
Plus 2.5. Over-under is 47.5. And I'm going under.
I will also take the under. Who did you pick?
I'm with you. I'm on the Commanders.
So we're both on Commanders plus 2.5, under 47.5? Do we need to talk at all about this game, or can we get back to who everybody's inner voice should be? Because frankly, that's way more interesting than this game.
That's way more interesting.
Bill Buttigieg said his is Chris Collinsworth and John Gruden. That's just a nightmare that I don't need in my head.
That's terrible. But
God,
Gary Birch
can you imagine
got a good one.
Can you imagine having split personality disorder, and one of them was Chris Collinsworth and one was John Gruden? Here's a guy that, man, he's just doing stuff. Now, what you don't know, Spider 2Y Banana Man. That's as good as it could possibly be. I won a Super Bowl with Spider 2Y Banana Man. Huh, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Put me in the nut house and give me a Valium. I'm out.
No, give me Jameis Winston. Gary Birch. You get points for that one.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's
just overflowing optimism pouring in your head all day long.
Oh, the only problem is that you're not going to have a rational thought ever. Jameis Winston and I are way closer than people think. We're both the two craziest people you will ever come in contact with in your life, and nothing we say really makes perfect sense.
I heard no lies. We'll take a break here in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. Football Friday. More picks coming up after this.
ESPN Asheville.
Clear.
Man, you just kept trying to rein that back in, and I was not letting it happen.
Letting it just
come
back.
The afternoon and for Saturday and Sunday got a little bit of a knockdown in temperatures after some milder weather. Upper 60s today and sunny. Beautiful Friday evening out. And overnight, we're a few degrees milder, 40 and clear. Sunny tomorrow, even milder, 70 degrees. We'll wrap up the weekend Sunday with some sunshine, 65. There might be a little rain Saturday night, but it's gone by Sunday. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Stager.
This report sponsored by the experts at Howard Hanna Beverly Hanks Real Estate, the real estate leader in Western North Carolina.
Howard Hanna Beverly Hanks Real Estate.
Props to Stone Sports for the Chibs from Sons of Anarchy.
I don't know who
in
that
the
is.
U.S. Prove.
Oh, it's a solid choice. He's an Irish guy.
Now at Howard Hanna Beverly Hanks.
I'd like to submit Walton Goggins to the group.
But only if he is if
Baby
he's
Billy.
doing it as Baby Billy. Wants to pay my scientists, and I make nothing. Zero.
Downy Rinse fights stubborn odors in just one wash. When impossible odors get stuck in,
I do think we should. Have you seen that
This
meme of the
holiday
guy that
season,
framed a bunch of
Target has
Jameis
your
Winston
back
quotes?
with irresistibly cool gifts for everyone on your list. For the trendsetter,
Like his bathroom
start
has
with
Jameis
affordable
Winston
beauty kits
quotes
and gift
all over
sets. Need something the whole fam will love? Grab snuggly matching fits in every
I want to do that in the studio.
And for the thrill seekers, don't forget the hottest toys and tech of the season. Target's got
Like
you
one right
covered
behind
with
my
the
head
best
that just
deals
says
for
losing,
endless
I
fun.
believe.
Shop in
Losing's
store
too
or
easy.
online.
And I hate easy stuff.
Target. Restrictions apply.
Let's talk turkey.
In high school, I wore number 8. In college, I wore number 5. And 5 plus 3 is 8. 5 minus 3 is 2. You know, addition and subtraction.
With easy presets.
Get what millions
That's still
are
my
already
favorite one.
thankful for.
The free iHeartRadio app.
The #1 app for radio.
Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports have teamed up under a new local owner
That one
to
and the one
serve our
about dogs.
community with
They
the
said, we
finest
dogs,
custom
we
apparel
dogs.
and
You
unique
dog,
branded
I'm
items
dog.
at the
We
best
dogs.
price. Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports can customize whatever you,
Every
your
time I
team,
hear that
or
one, I
your
think of
local
Brandon
group
Rainwater.
may need. With high-quality
Him
screen
and Ginger
printing,
Billy.
embroidery,
We
and
boys.
laser
We
engraving.
friends.
Visit
We boyfriends.
mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com. That's mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com for your local one-stop custom apparel shop.
Do you have an outside?
This is where it starts. Where your story begins. This is the trail you blaze yourself. And step by step, you get stronger, faster, better. This is where it starts. How will you finish? Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
Why spend your whole holiday in the kitchen when Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue can do the work for you? Order the Bear Feast for Thanksgiving. Includes a smoked turkey, mac and cheese, mashed red potatoes, garlic butter green beans, sausage and bacon stuffing, cornbread, and turkey gravy. It feeds 6 to 8, or you can choose the Little Bear Feast for smaller gatherings. Then add in a pumpkin pie or an apple crisp for the perfect finish. Visit bearsbbq.com/Thanksgiving and order by November 22nd. Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue, Thanksgiving made easy and delicious.
Boy, you must be outside your mind.
The Sportsocracy.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
Back in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville.
It's so hard for me to take you seriously after I just heard that last commercial. That's all I could imagine was you sound like Andy Reid sitting at a table going, and delicious.
And delicious. The fingers were going while I said it. Hey, you gotta sell the product.
Every time I hear that commercial, it's all I can think of is Tank with like a big bushy mustache going, I would like to try your hash browns. They sound delicious.
We got our womp womp story of the season of the Major League Baseball. No MVP for the big dumper, unfortunately. They made the announcement yesterday. It was Aaron Judge, but it was one of the closest votes in history. There were 17 first-place votes for Aaron Judge for AL MVP, 13 votes for Cal Raleigh. Unfortunately, the local guy did not win the MVP. However, I do think it's pretty cool that that we have our first ever two-time unanimous MVP in Shohei Ohtani, and also becomes the first guy to ever win the MVP and the World Series, both in the first 2 years of being with a team. I just feel bad because Cal's never going to get it. I don't think he's ever going to get another shot. You only get like one good shot at this sometimes, most of the time in baseball, and he deserved it. He deserved it. But I mean, Aaron Judge, you can't really argue with him either. I mean, dude's still doing historic things. Not only does he hit all the home runs, but he gets on base like nobody else. High batting average. It's just one of those things.
I know for a fact that everything you just said was English, and I didn't understand one damn word of it.
Well, you should listen more.
I mean, I listened to everything you just said. Are you talking about badminton or like what sport are you referring to? It's one of those that must be on the Ocho. My story is about Little Joe, a little Casey crime family. We have now indicted 14 members of the New York Mafia attached to that sports betting ring.
Mm-hmm.
And I have it on good authority. This is going to get more people than you think. This is going to span every sport. It's going to involve somebody in every single sport, and it's getting bigger by the day. When you read this indictment, it reads like something out of The Sopranos.
Mm-hmm.
That Little Joe, his name's Joseph Little Joe Perna, of the Lucchese crime family, and 13 of his lieutenants basically had this incredibly elaborate illegal gambling operation that roped in, as of this point, we know it had an involvement in the NBA. We know it had an involvement in Major League Baseball. And we've heard that it has an involvement in the NCAA. It's the most bizarre thing I think I've ever read in my life. And then you get to there's a part of the story where I go, every one of these guys was like 23 years old. Like, everybody involved is 5 years out of high school. And they found a way to infiltrate the highest levels of competitive sport. And it just blows my mind.
Mm-hmm. And it's going to go deeper and deeper. And I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the story to drop about the NFL. What is the NFL's involvement? And how deep does it go?
Maybe I'm being naive here.
Mm-hmm.
I think
if you're about to say
somebody,
it doesn't happen in the NFL, I would say yes.
No. That's not what I'm about to say.
Okay.
I think if this one, when you look at how poorly this was actually operated, when it came to the players, if it had happened in the NFL, I think we'd already know. Terry Rozier got flagged in 2 games. That's a sport that 14 people watch. What do you think would happen if it happened with 5 million entries on DraftKings and somebody goes, wait a minute. Oh, wait. I mean, I have some names in my head, but I'm not going to say it. Think of every receiver you've ever seen that you go, man, you're open all the time, but you can't catch. How's that happen?
A.D. Mitchell.
I didn't say that. The opinions and comments of Mr. Spencer do not necessarily reflect Sportsocracy or Mr. Greene. I didn't say I didn't think it. I just...
Right. Yeah, we talked about him earlier, so it's still fresh in my mind.
It's wild.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the sad part of it's the sad reality of the sports world.
Matthew
Gambling.
Hoffman said it will get to the NFL, mark my words. The question is it refs or players? If it's refs, I'm going to hate about 6 months of my life. Because every lunatic kooky Madookie is going to go, I told you it was rigged. Oh,
you have one Tim Donaghy situation in the NFL, and it'll never go away.
Oh, it'll be terrible. Please, God, don't let it be that.
Mm-hmm. The problem is no one would be surprised wherever it comes from.
I
don't know that there's a name that they could say. I mean, after we've seen an NBA head coach wrapped up in nefarious schemes with the mob, I don't know that any name would really surprise me at this point.
I'll say this. Any name in the NFL is going to surprise me. If it's a player that plays legit snap, like to the point of you could actually affect something, and you got to remember something, and this is, I'm sure somebody thinks I'm being naive. It is really hard for a player in the NFL to affect an outcome depending on what position they play.
Mm-hmm.
Quarterback, sure. You're not getting to a quarterback. They make too much money.
Right. But a lot of this, I don't know. I don't know that the money matters really anymore.
Oh, it 100%
I mean, because whether you're
matters.
making $50 million or whether you're making $6 million, I mean, making an extra $20,000 on the side apparently just seems to be. We'll give it a shot.
Oh no,
Why
no,
not?
No. You're not reading this well enough. The guys that have been involved in this, you did this to yourself. You got involved with somebody you ought not have gotten involved with, and you wound up underwater to them. And the next thing you know, you're doing what they tell you to do. It ain't about the money. No idiot would risk $6 million a year for $20,000. Doesn't happen.
Right.
You do it because you're trying to repay a debt that you're afraid you're going to end up in the bottom of the Hudson River over. Mm-hmm. If you make $50 million a year and you wind up on that side of this, you are a moron. And frankly, you're a moron if you do it. If you get on the wrong side of it, it's $6 million. You've got to be a terrible bettor to wind up on that side of that.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm going to be really shocked if I see a player's name. I'll be shocked if I see an official's name in the NFL. There's too many eyes on it.
Well,
that's not how situations like this work.
Right. A lot of this has been not so much about games, right? It's about the prop bets.
Well, that's not because you got two pitchers in Major League Baseball that were basically tipping pitches.
Right. And the Terry Rozier thing was prop bets as well. The Jonte Porter, right? Jonte Porter?
Yes.
That was all about prop bets. Giving a heads up that you're not going to be playing, up to your capabilities today or whatever.
And I guess that's my point, is there are only a handful of positions that have prop bets in the NFL. And it's
Those
really
are the only ones that you want.
Say it again?
Those are the only ones I'm going after. I'm not going after an offensive lineman.
No, I got that. The problem is that it's in the NBA, you can affect a prop bet unilaterally, and nobody will know. You just look like a selfish player.
Mm-hmm.
You're shooting too much. You're shooting too little. In the NFL, you got 11 dudes involved in this. Not involved in the bet itself, but if you start, I'll just use a running back, for example. It's a lot harder for a running back with a hole that's as big as the room that I'm sitting in for him to just trip over his shoelaces.
Mm-hmm.
It's way easier in baseball, and it's way easier in basketball. That's why I don't think I'm being naive that I'll be a little shocked if this involves the NFL. I just don't know how you think you'd get by with it. There's too many eyes on it. That's the reason Arizona State keeps getting wrapped up in these things. I don't know if you saw that. There's 4 schools that the NCAA has already identified that they got to as well.
Mm-hmm.
Arizona State was one of them. Again. It's the third one in 30 years. There's a reason, because nobody watches them. So, some backup point guard missed 4 layups in a row. Cool. 8 people saw it.
Mm-hmm.
They're all out in Tempe trying to meet the marching band. Because somehow the marching band at Arizona State is hotter than the cheerleading squad at Cal.
There's something different in the water there.
Yeah. There are 4 schools in America. I'm just telling you. It's you got to be a 7 to get in that school.
Yep.
Ole Miss. And the overflow goes to Mississippi State.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Callie Cankles.
Starkville's got women?
Callie Cankles winds up at Starkville.
Oh,
yeah. You're not
nearly.
You did not pass our threshold, but I have a 4.3 GPA. Nope. Look in the mirror.
I thought that's where you were saying that the that the 6s go to Mississippi State.
No, the
3.
The good personalities go to Starkville. That's where you find a wife, my friend.
That's why they shake those cowbells. I got it.
You said that, not me, but I'm not going to lie. I thought about it, and I was trying to figure out a way to say it that wasn't going to be terrible.
All right. Get into another game here before the top of the hour. So we are picking all the games of Week 11 in the NFL, as we do on every Football Friday. You want to start with the local team?
Sure.
We'll do the thing.
Wow.
There you go. The Carolina Panthers.
Sorry, I usually do it
Falcons.
after you say the name. I got confused. I didn't know if you wanted Football Friday there. I wasn't real sure what you wanted right there.
Gotcha. Well, the Carolina Panthers play the Atlanta Falcons this weekend. Down in Atlanta, this is the team that, Jeremy, you and I saw come up to Bank of America Stadium and get waxed 30-0 by the Panthers in, like, week 3 of the season, week 2, something like that. 12 o'clock start for the pregame, 1 o'clock kickoff over on our sister station, News Radio 570 WWNC. Panthers and the Falcons. The Panthers are a 3.5-point dog on the road. The Atlanta Falcons seem to play differently at home. At least I thought that until they got waxed by the Miami Dolphins. But then I felt like they were competitive with the Colts last week. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's not going to be 30-0 this time.
Sure.
Carolina's defense is not very good. And they're not
an understatement.
horrible. Well, I mean, they're not the worst in the league, are they? I mean, they're still not. I would say they're probably middle of the pack.
They went from bottom 1 to bottom 10.
Okay, all right. So maybe close to the middle of the pack. Michael Penix is not good at football.
No, he is not.
For some reason, this offense has a major issue, and it all starts with the quarterback. The question is, can the Panthers take any advantage of that? Like, are we applying enough pressure to really affect Drake London or Bijan Robinson out of the backfield? Because I don't know that they are. I like Atlanta in this one.
I do too. I was hoping you were going to take Carolina. I like Atlanta a lot.
I don't like them a lot. I've never liked them a lot. I mean, this is most certainly a game that they could lose. And most certainly a game that in the past they have lost before.
I feel like this is a game that if you're taking the under, you should take the Panthers. If you're taking the over, you should take the Falcons. And that's what I'm doing. I'm going over 41.5, Falcons minus 3.5.
Yes. I am with you on both sides of the equation here. I feel like at the end of this game, we're just, if you invest yourself in it, you're going to be sorely disappointed.
Both of these teams are completely bipolar. And it seems like whatever you think one's going to do, they're going to do the opposite. And I'm not going to lie, when I saw this number, I went, that's easy, Panthers plus 3.5. And then I applied that logic to it, and I went, nope, that's easy, Falcons minus 3.5.
Mm-hmm. Are you coming off the New Orleans loss? You can't have there's no momentum here. The Carolina Panthers are a team that's just in turmoil. It's the only way to describe it.
Well, I mean, look, Carolina's won 5 of their last 8, but I want you to look at their schedule, and outside of the game at the Patriots and the game at home against the Bills, I want you to tell me a game on that schedule where the result makes sense. They got throttled by the Jacksonville Jaguars. Didn't look like they belonged on the field. Mm-hmm. They got into a low-key shootout with the Arizona Cardinals, who have struggled to score all year long. They dump truck the Falcons. Then you get boat raced by the Patriots. That one makes sense. You shoot out and win with the Dolphins. You shoot out and win with the Cowboys, who, by the way, both their offenses are better than yours. You play a defensive struggle with the Jets, which if you had told me that game was going to have 19 points, I'd have said, okay, cool, Jets win 19-0. The Bills made sense. Then you beat the Packers in Lambeau, which makes no sense, only to get dominated at home by the Saints. Mm-hmm. Nothing makes sense with the Panthers. Take the Falcons.
Yep. All right. Raheem Morris loses this game. He's fired on Monday, correct?
I don't know.
You can't get swept by the Panthers.
I would think so, but look, everything I just said about Carolina, it applies to the Falcons as well. Mm-hmm. They don't make a ton of sense either.
Nobody. I was going to say nobody's going to stand up and beat on the table. I think for a 3-7 head coach that just lost to the Panthers,
and a 3-7 head coach that doesn't have his first-round pick.
Mm-hmm.
That's the part that's going to kill him. Is that you went all in and you're still 3-6.
Mm-hmm.
That's another element of this. This game's so important to the Falcons. Not because I think they're still competitive for the playoffs, but you have no incentive to fall apart. And look at who they play the rest of the year. They get this game with the Panthers, 2 with the Saints, 1 with the Jets. You got the Seahawks, Buccaneers, and Rams right there in the middle. You're going to lose all 3 of those. And you got 1 with the Cardinals. If you can just hold serve and win the games that you're supposed to win, I mean, this team goes, 8-9?
Yeah, maybe.
You go 8-9, you might all keep your jobs. You go 5-12, you're all doomed. Because that means you gave up a top 10 pick in a really top-heavy draft.
Yes.
Or I shouldn't have said it that way. A draft that's really good at the top.
And unfortunately, that's a very real possibility.
No doubt.
That we end up with a 5-12 team. And they underperform at every level. They keep finding ways to lose games. And there's no saving it. Of course, at this point, I don't know what you would gain with a through the fired coach bump. Or I mean, are you giving this over to Zach Robinson?
Oh no, I'd say it's 2 years in a row that Jeff Ulbrich takes over a team to lead them to the finish line.
Yeah, and then immediately get fired.
I'm not as positive of that as you are.
I mean, I don't think there's...
The defense has been good.
Yeah, the
defense is not the problem. The problem is that the offense is awful.
Right.
Which is hard to do when you have Kyle Pitts, Drake London, and Bijan Robinson, but they have found a way.
Is that a spot that they want to be, though? Do they want to be in that, as we called it yesterday, the Steve Wilkes spot?
With Jeff Ulbrich?
Yeah.
I love Jeff Ulbrich.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest with you. I think the best thing that could happen to the Falcons is they lose this game, they fire Raheem Morris, they turn it over to Jeff Ulbrich, and then Ulbrich still finds some way to get them to 8-9, and he gets the job permanently. Mm-hmm. And then he can bring in somebody that can competently run an offense.
But remember, you didn't like him as a head coach when he was with the Jets. Was that just because the Jets were so terrible?
That's because the Jets were in a full-on rebuild. I don't think the Falcons are in a rebuild. I think you need somebody competent calling your offense.
Yeah.
But your defense is competent for the first time in, 20 years?
Yep.
I mean, when was the last time you looked at the Falcons and went, they can rush passer? They can rush a passer.
John Abraham.
That was the name I had.
Yeah, you got to go far back for that.
He was traded there in 2006.
Yes.
I mean, it's 20 years ago. So I think Ulbrich's doing a good job. I think the defense is fine. It's not been flawless because they're very, very young. But the offense is the problem.
You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville, the Panthers and the Falcons. You'll hear it over on News Radio 570 WWNC. We do have a doubleheader again on ESPN Asheville on Sunday, and we'll tell you what the 1 o'clock game that we'll cover is when we come back here on 92.9, 880, and 1400.
ESPN Asheville.
Clear.
Thank you.
Your mountain weather forecast.
If you like what you saw this morning,
I'll be back.
you'll like what you get as we get into the afternoon and for Saturday.
Yes, sir.
Sunday. Got a little bit of a knockdown in temperatures after some milder weather. Upper 60s today and sunny. Beautiful Friday evening out. And overnight, we're a few degrees milder, 40 and clear. Sunny tomorrow, even milder, 70 degrees. We'll wrap up the weekend Sunday with some sunshine, 65. There might be a little rain Saturday night, but it's gone by Sunday. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Stajan.
This report is sponsored by Mucinex 12-Hour DM.
Not today, cough and chest congestion. Most medicines let mucus build back up after 4 hours. With just one pill, Mucinex 12-Hour works continuously to break up mucus and move it up and out. Mucinex 12-Hour. Rid the congestion. Kill the cough. Use as directed. Kill the cough with Mucinex 12-Hour DM.
Wishing the holidays could come early? If you own or manage your business, they can. With help from iHeartRadio. People are already shopping for their loved ones and hunting for deals wherever they can find them, including right here. They're listening to the radio. They're listening to podcasts. They could be listening to you. Don't wait for everyone else to kick off the holidays. Get your best season of the year up and running today. Call 844-844-iHeart or visit iHeartAdvertising.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-785-1155. That's 800-785-1155.
Picture this, you're on a date, and then bad breath happens. Confidence gone. Here's the truth. Most gums and mints are just bad breath Band-Aids, but not Zellman's Minty Mouth. The functional breath freshener you swallow. Tiny dual-action capsules with mint on the outside, parsley seed oil inside, clinically tested to fight the toughest offenders, even garlic and onions. Is only available online. Go to Zellmans.com, Zelmins, Zellmans.com, code FRESH for 15% off.
Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you'll find everything you need for the holidays, all for under $35. With new arrivals every day, you never know what amazing deals you'll find. Don't wait. Find a location at Macy'sBackstage.com.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelor or bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at ClarissaSellsWNC.com.
Diego Pavia tell Theo Vaughn, if we beat South Carolina, you go on a date with my mom.
The Sportsocracy.
I mean, if you're friends with the guy, don't date his mom.
Tank, I believe that is the greatest example of the discrepancies between one Nathaniel Robert Spencer and Jeremy Borat Greene.
Is no friendship sacred enough?
Weekdays, noon to 3.
I mean, like, I wouldn't do that to you.
Tank, Kathy would make you cry.
That's what I'd hope.
On Asheville's #1 sports station, ESPN Asheville.
At Ingalls Weather, we're celebrating Friday night rivals, televising college basketball games, bringing the Fan Fest to semi-pro soccer, or taking you out to the ball game at your minor league park. It's all in the bag. Ingalls, low prices, love the savings.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
We are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But
hey, so that meeting that we had the other day talking about the parade,
it's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious.
Were they not talking about everybody driving their own vehicles in that?
Connect with your friends. Stay in touch with your community. And know.
Because Terry Land just told me that we only have one vehicle in the parade, and it's going to be Star's vehicle.
Sweet.
From the Ingalls studio.
Means I don't have to do it.
WMXF Waynesville. W225CJ Candler. The #1 preset in your car and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
Now, your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Win. That's win. Enter it now.
Go to ESPNAVL.com to play, and good luck.
The Sportsocracy.
It fires me up, man. I love it. Say it one more time.
The Sportsocracy.
Shake it back!
Beer City's best sports talk.
It is gross.
Just earlier.
They are mature, actually. You just have to get to know them better.
Your lunchtime dose of dumbassery. Live from the Ingalls studio.
It is the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. Sportsocracy heard everywhere you go on the iHeartRadio app. Seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com. Click the live video link. Subscribe to the channel. You can join us in the chat. It's real important because today is
Football Friday.
It is a Football Friday. Jeremy Greene joining us from the NFLDraft.net Mullet Manor.
The Manor.
He does not intend to move for the next 3 days.
We are 1 hour and 58 minutes from Sleepapalooza 25. I have not. This is the first time I have seen this place in the daylight. in forever.
Yep. It's been a week for sure. I'm going to earn some rest this weekend. Able to catch up on some foosballs. Got big games on Saturday in the college realm. We got Georgia and Texas and Alabama and Oklahoma. It's going to be a fun day. Sunday, bangers. Just matchup after matchup. There's at least, 6 good games, good matchups in the NFL, at least that have playoff implications as we get closer and closer to the end of the season. Picking every game in the NFL is what we do on a Football Friday here. You can get your thoughts in on the program through the YouTube stream. You got a bold take for the weekend? Throw that out there, and we'll shout you out. We talked about the Panthers and the Falcons at the end of the last hour. That's going to be over on our sister station, News Radio 570 WWNC, at noon on Sunday. 1 o'clock kickoff, of course. At noon on Sunday on ESPN Asheville, we will be bringing you the national coverage. So I have no control over what national game they're covering. But this week they decided that they wanted to cover Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers getting a much-needed win over the New York Giants and Jameis Winston. Not really game of the week for me, but
I would agree that's not game of the week. I am kind of curious where you're going with your selection, though.
Well, the Green Bay Packers are a 6.5-point favorite.
Mm-hmm.
They are on the road at the New York Giants. And I want to believe, but I'm not going to. I'll begrudgingly take Green Bay. Minus the 6.5.
I was completely prepared to take the Giants at plus 7.5, and then it dropped a point. And I went, nope, all in on the Packers, minus 6.5. I'll go over 42.5.
I would agree with that. Over 42.5 seems like the way to go. Because there is one thing that we do know, and they are going to uncork it with Jameis Winston.
Oh, no doubt. I actually low-key kind of like this game for fantasy because I do think it will stay close. I think Green Bay will be comfortably ahead, but the Giants won't be out of it. They're going to stay up about 10 the vast majority of this game, and that keeps Jordan Love throwing. That keeps Jameis Winston throwing. I like Jameis for DraftKings a lot this week because he's super duper cheap.
5,500 maybe?
It's lower than that.
Lower than that? Wow. Okay.
I can't remember. I just made my lineup this morning. Let's take a gander.
The Packers have lost 2 games in a row, and I see very little chance that they are going to go in against the New York Giants and lose 3 in a row. If we do, there's going to be some massive heat put on Matt LaFleur and that program after that.
Jameis Winston is 4,600 on DraftKings this week.
Okay, all right. So load up on that. Who's the receiver though? I mean, is it Wan'Dale Robinson? Darius Slayton?
Slayton was pretty good last week.
Because if they're going to stay in it, I'm guessing it's probably not going to be Tyrone Tracy doing the damage.
You'll get Javon Bullard out of the slot. That's probably the one I want to attack, so I'll probably go Wan'Dale. Wan'Dale's volume is really high.
Mm-hmm. Wan'Dale Robinson, leading pass catcher for the Giants this year. 53 catches for 602 yards.
I mean, it's 79 targets. That's the same number, just for posterity's sake, that Puka Nacua has.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it does help him that Malik Neighbors is not there.
For sure.
Because once you take Malik Neighbors away, then you only have an option of leaning on him or Darius Slayton. And Slayton has not been what he has been in the past. He's been a more reliable backup in the past.
It bothers me that we've now picked 3 games and we are exactly on the same side of all 3 of them.
That is a warning sign. That is a warning sign for sure. But I will be all up in my feels for Jameis Winston though, because I mean I do like him more and more the further he gets away from being my quarterback. It's hard not to like the personality and the bubbling optimism and the sheer stupidity that comes out of his mouth sometimes. But it's like, it's like listening to a toddler talk. Because they say nonsensical things, and you're just like, oh, look, he's so cute. Look, he's out there doing stuff again. I feel like that's how Jameis is now. Also in the 1 o'clock slate, we got the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans.
Don't think we're going to get our first disagreement here.
An AFC South matchup where the Houston Texans are a 5.5-point favorite on the road.
5.5's a lot. The part of this I like the most is the under. I don't like a lot of points to be scored in this game. I know it's low. 37 is insanely low, but I'm going under that. I want to take Tennessee. I really do.
I wouldn't.
I'm not gonna.
I wouldn't.
But I want to.
You think they have a chance to win this game?
No.
I mean, well, of course there's a chance to win.
No, I didn't say they had a chance to win it. I said they had a chance to cover.
Oh.
Because there is a possibility this game ends 13-10. There's also a possibility this game ends 8-3. None of this would shock me. Because you get Davis Mills, who was absolutely horror-awful for 3 quarters against the Jacksonville Jaguars. He wasn't great in the 4th quarter. Jacksonville just fell apart. This number has come down so far. It started at 8, and it's down to 5.5. And I think it's gone too far. I'm going to take Houston, and I'll go under 37.
Okay. I can't disagree with you again. I mean, part of me wants to go over, but I don't think there's going to be.
You should do it just for a disagreement because I hate.
I don't think there's going to be an incentive to score points here, though. That's the thing. It's like, even if I could, if I'm the Texans, and even if I could put up big numbers in this game, Davis Mills could throw for 300 yards again or something like that. There's no real need to. I don't really have to win this game.
Well, I mean, you got to be able to do something offensively.
There's going to be a lot of pressing at the end.
Well, you got to be able to do something offensively. And I am pretty worried about the Texans offense. I just think this is going to be a really gross game. The over-under has pretty well tanked, too. It started at 39.5. It's all the way down to 37.5.
Yep. Well, with no C.J. Stroud, that's going to hurt a number anyway. Missing his 2nd straight game, Davis Mills getting his 2nd straight start. He's 1-0 so far. So he goes for 2-0 against Tennessee Titans, but can he do it by more than 5.5 points? And I feel like the answer to that is yes. So we're both on Houston and the under.
Unfortunately, we're batting 1,000.
All right, let's see if we can differ on the Bengals and the Steelers.
This is one where we might get a disagreement.
Steelers are a 5.5-point favorite at home. Cincinnati Bengals coming in looking for their 4th win of the season. Certainly not where we expected this team to be 11 weeks in. But you take Joe Burrow away, and it makes sense.
I don't buy either one of these teams. I think the fact that one of them's catching 5.5 is insane. Neither one of them cover spreads. combined, I think they're 7-13 against the spread this year. Or 7-11, something like that. They're bad against covering the spread. I'm going to take Cincinnati plus the 5.5. I know it's in Pittsburgh. I know there's a possibility this game gets super gross. 49's way too many points. Way too many points. I'll go under the 49.5 Cincinnati. I just don't know who's supposed to stop those receivers. And I'm not saying Joe Flacco's good, but I have seen him light this team up once already, and I think he'll do it again.
Oh, he can certainly sling it enough to get Jamar Chase and T. Higgins the ball in space. I don't want to, but I'm going to disagree with you.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a disagreement here. Pittsburgh Steelers, I can't really defend the Pittsburgh Steelers all that much because, again, I don't feel like this is a good team. I don't feel like Cincinnati's a good team either. And I feel like the Pittsburgh Steelers have another one of those games up their sleeve where, they're going to come in and they're going to be able to impose their will defensively, force some turnovers, get to the quarterback, maybe take the old man down a couple of times. Maybe that's where your turnovers come from. And I'll say that they win by 6, but I don't feel great about it.
DK Metcalf's 5,700 on DraftKings. You do with that information what you will.
Get it now.
But I'm pretty fond of it myself.
Mm-hmm. Aaron Rodgers could have one of those games against this defense. There's a lot of possibilities where this could this goes the Pittsburgh Steelers' way. And I feel like just a few possibilities that it goes Cincinnati's way. I'm not ruling out the fact that there could be a win here. Cincinnati could easily come in here and win this game. I just don't think they're gonna. So
it would surprise me very little to see Cincinnati win this game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and this was also probably a pretty good time to say, just if you're interested, if Cincinnati wins this game and Baltimore wins, Baltimore will be leading the AFC North. Well, tied for the lead because I think Pittsburgh still wins the tiebreaker. No, they don't. No, Baltimore would be leading the division outright.
Okay, there you go.
Because they have a better record in the division.
Turn around in just 3 weeks.
Yep.
It happened as quick as you said it would, Jeremy.
Yep.
All right, we're split. I'm going Pittsburgh to cover the 5.5. You're going Cincinnati plus the 5.5. We're both under the 49.5. You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville. We'll continue to pick them for Week 11 when we come back.
You know what your customers are doing right this?
Now we're clear.
Exact same thing you are, listening to me.
Did that thing where we forgot bangers again.
But my point is, ads on iHeart.
It's fine.
Get heard.
I mean, I have a million of them, so we probably should funnel one in here at some point.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? You're a good boy. That's right. You're a good boy.
You want to do it at the end of this next segment?
Let's do it at the end of the segment going into the 30 break.
Okay.
Go to iHeartAdvertising.com. That's 844-844-iHeart or iHeart.
I'll write myself a note to remember.
Heel stage.
Tar Heels on the run. Trimble to the cup layup. Count.
Yeah, I don't need anything for this one either.
Carolina basketball.
We're good.
Long rainbow three. Nothing but net from the rookie. Out to Trimble. He'll try another triple. Counted.
The home of the 6-time national champions.
Drives and hammers it home. Hello, young fella.
This is your radio home for the Tar Heels.
Asheville's home for the Tar Heels is ESPN Asheville.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next-day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The free iHeartRadio app is your home for the holidays.
It's the most wonderful time of the
Open the app and search Holiday and start listening to your local holiday station.
I want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Plus stations playing specialized holiday music, Christmas classics, Christmas jazz, country, plus tons of playlists, even podcasts. Our gift to you, the perfect holiday soundtrack. Open the free iHeartRadio app now and search Holiday to start listening.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
Why spend your whole holiday in the kitchen when Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue can do the work for you? Order the Bear Feast for Thanksgiving. Includes a smoked turkey, mac and cheese, mashed red potatoes, garlic butter green beans, sausage and bacon stuffing, cornbread, and turkey gravy. It feeds 6 to 8, or you can choose the Little Bear Feast for smaller gatherings. Then add in a pumpkin pie or an apple crisp for the perfect finish. Visit BearsBBQ.com/Thanksgiving and order by November 22nd. Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue, Thanksgiving made easy and delicious.
The Sportsocracy.
What are you people? On dope?
Oh, soon. It's almost the weekend. It's a football Friday on ESPN Asheville. It's the Sportsocracy. You can follow us everywhere on the socials at the Sportsocracy. See how convenient we made that for you? You don't have to look you don't have to look far. You do have to learn how to spell it though. I mean, it's like democracy and sports jammed together.
It is shocking to me how many people struggle with spelling that. I've actually thought about buying several other URLs that are just ours misspelled.
The Sportsocracy.
Oh, God. If we
the
own
voice guy likes to send back stuff with, it's the Sportsocracy. No, it's not.
Nope.
Not a T.
Where's that second T?
Right.
It's like the P in Clemson. There is no P in Clemson. It's Clemson. Not Clemson.
Clemson.
No Clemp.
No, there's not a P. But it's still a soft S, right? It's not a zun.
And it's not Clemson.
Clemson. Right.
Clemson.
Yeah. Are they training you how to say that? Is that like WNBC? You gotta get the Clemson right down there?
No, they're just telling me, hey, you know all those things you usually say about Dabo? Don't
say
Actually, that's not true. I'm on a Gamecock station, so I can say whatever I want to. And I like Shane Beamer, so that part's real easy.
Yes.
I think I did cause mass pandemonium in upstate South Carolina Monday when I said Lenore Sellers is about to be the highest paid player in college football.
You're not wrong.
I mean, I didn't create it. I didn't call Mario Cristobal and say, hey, you know how you suck at quarterback? You should be gooder. You should call this guy. I didn't do that. I heard the information, and I said it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Gary Birch. That's a good one, and I'd love to say that on the radio, but I'm not gonna. This is the reason why you should be in the YouTube chat.
For sure. That's
each and
pretty
every
solid.
day, so you can see all the funny yet dirty things that are said in the chat that we can't say on the FCC airwaves, or that we just choose to censor out. Also, you never know what you're going to hear while you're waiting for the commercial break to finish. Last hour, we did a full daily draft of our favorite Office characters.
Daryl was the that was the low key correct call.
Yeah. Thank you. That's Daryl was one of my favorites.
Robert California? That's also
yes.
also a very nice pull from you.
I do love that show. The Paper's not bad either. That's a decent little spinoff.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
Why?
Won't do
the
it.
Guy's British?
Can't do it. Yeah, the British thing drives me crazy. That accent is insanely annoying. And yes, I do see how ironic that is coming from somebody that talks like me. I get that, but no, not gonna do it.
Okay, all right, it's just fine. You got enough stuff to watch on television
for sure.
Like all the football that's going to be happening this weekend. In the NFL, 1 o'clock slate, working through all of the picks here. We're going to have some bangers coming up for you before the next break. We realized we missed it at the end of the last hour, and I apologize for that.
Tank doesn't want to hear the favorites. He wants dogs.
You get into that rhythm of taking that last segment all the way to 54 like we do every day, and then I forget, hey, I got to take that break early on Fridays, and I'm struggling with that. But, try to do better next time. Anyway, first set of bangers coming up in just a few moments. 1 o'clock slate of games. We did that one, and that one. Let's go Chargers and the Jaguars in Jacksonville.
Did you struggle with this one? Because I did.
No. I did not. You think Jacksonville's got something for them this week?
I didn't take Jacksonville because this dipped down to 2.5. At 3.5, which is where it was, I was struggling quite mightily. West Coast team coming east, the Chargers have not been they don't really have a home field advantage, so I don't really care as much about that.
Mm-hmm.
But then you get into Jacksonville coming off of just an awful loss. And you're going to go one of two ways. Either you're going to see the best version of the Jaguars, which is what beat Kansas City, or you're going to see a team lose twice in one game. Houston will beat them a second time. And I'm stuck on that. I can't get away from it. I wish this was 3.5 because I think this is a field goal game and I would have taken Jacksonville with some pretty decent confidence. But at 2.5, I'll take the Chargers. I just don't know with no Travis Hunter. I don't know how you're supposed to score if you're Jacksonville. I think Trevor has regressed to such a point that I was trying to figure out where I would put him if I was power ranking quarterbacks right now, and it started with a 2.
Yeah.
And it had 2 digits.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, and the fact that, I mean, he hasn't gotten a lot of help from his receivers either this year, which is never a good thing. There's a lot of blame to go around in that locker room about the optimism that was there at the beginning of the year. Not so much after the last 4 games.
Well, I mean, and it's possible that this week your receiving corps is going to be Jacoby Myers,
yep,
De'Ami Brown,
yep,
Tim Patrick, and Austin Trammell.
Mm-hmm.
Because Parker Washington's questionable, Brian Thomas is questionable, Travis Hunter's on IR. I don't like it. I don't like that the line is killed. I'm taking LA.
Yes. When you said did this take you long to figure out? No, it did not take me long to figure out.
It took me longer than I wanted it to.
I looked at this and went, you know what? Jacksonville, they do need a win. But you know who needs not to lose to the Jaguars? It's the Los Angeles Chargers. Because this is a team that works a lot on momentum. And this is one of those games that you can't trip up here.
Nope.
Because the momentum gets kind of sucked out of the building if that happens. You got to win the ones you're supposed to win. You're supposed to beat the Jaguars. You're supposed to beat the Raiders. You're supposed to beat the Cowboys and the Texans. Then we see what you got the rest of the way to see if you're the contender that I know you can be.
But will you be?
Because we see over and over and over again the Chargers, regardless of who the coach has been, who the quarterback's been, who the running back's been, who the tight end's been, going back to all of these superstars that have played for this team, and it always ends the same way.
Are you going over or under 43.5?
I'm going over.
I'm going under.
Okay.
So at least we got an opposition there.
Yes.
If I'm taking the Charger, and this is another one, like I said about the Falcons and the Panthers. If I'm taking over, I'm taking the Jaguars. Not because I think they're a more prolific offense, but I think that's a game script that works out better for them. If it's under, the Chargers are going to bleed them like a catfish. And I love Kamani Vidal this week.
Just run them.
We have 2 more 1 o'clock games, so let's knock those out before we do bangers.
Okay.
Don't know. There's one of these games I know for a fact we're not going to disagree on, and the other one I have zero idea.
All right, the next game, the Bears and the Vikings.
This is the one that I don't know if you're going to agree with me or not.
Mm-hmm. The Vikings are 2.5-point favorite at home. Over-under is 48.5.
So you're telling me this game would be a pick 'em in Chicago?
Yeah.
You hear how stupid that sounds when I said it out loud? This line stinks to high holy Christmas to me. Mm-hmm. I'm taking the Bears, and I didn't think about this for a second.
But the question is, why does this stink? Why is this number?
Oh, you want me to tell you why?
This way.
I can tell you why. Because this is, and I love these teams because I love picking on these teams. In the last Vegas power ranking, where are the Minnesota Vikings?
19, 20, somewhere in there.
They're 14.
They're 14.
Would you like to hear the teams that they're in front of?
Yes.
They're in front of New England and 1 spot behind Tampa Bay. That's the stupidest thing anybody's ever said in the history of the English language.
Whose ranking was this?
That's the Vegas power rankings. They are 1 spot behind Tampa Bay, and they're ahead of New England. And that is the dumbest thing I have ever heard somebody say out loud. Vegas they have this blind belief in Minnesota that I cannot figure out. I do not know what anybody is seeing in this team. Because to me, it's as obvious as the nose on your face. This is a team that has beaten the Bears, the Bengals, and the Browns. They won 1 game over the Lions that they tried to trip over their own shoelaces. Where just straight up the Lions did not play well. If I remember correctly, there were a handful of turnovers. J.J. McCarthy had like 143 yards passing.
Mm-hmm.
It was like it was barely over 100 yards net passing. And they still beat the Lions. And it just didn't make any sense. But people are putting way too much stock in that. I don't care. You have 9 games of evidence on Minnesota of who they are. One of them lends me to believe they're good. They got shellacked by the Ravens. They got shellacked by the Chargers. They got shellacked by the Eagles. I don't care what the score was. I never for a second thought they were winning it, and they got killed by the Atlanta Falcons. They got killed by the Bears the first time they played them until the Bears fell down like an old cat next to the radiator. This is a bad football team. Bad. Chicago Bears, not close.
Mm-hmm. I'm on the Bears as well. I'm on the over.
I am also on the over. I think Chicago's going to score a lot of points.
Yeah.
I like the Chicago offense in this quite a bit. $48.5, by the way, is the over.
How much can I? Excuse me. How much stock can I still put into Kyle Monnan guy?
Good bit. I think he is the Bears running back you want. And now it makes more sense as to why they didn't pursue one. Because he's the thumper that Ben Johnson wants.
Yep. All right, and then the final 1 o'clock game, the big one up in Orchard Park. 6-3 Bucks at the 6-3 Bills.
If we don't agree with this, I'm gonna be stunned. Let's start with the over/under 46.5.
Over.
That is an insane line.
Yes. Can I what odds can I get if I boost that up on DraftKings? Can I get that all the way up to exactly? Can I get it up? Yeah, get it up to 56.5 because I think even that might be too low.
Let's see if I can get. Let me find the alternate total in this game. The highest you can go all the way to 59.5 at plus 372. I'm not going that high. I'll go plus 274 at 56.5 though.
There you go.
I think this is one of the craziest spreads I've ever seen. This is two bad defenses against one good offense and one what should be good offense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. It makes no sense. Over.
Agreed. Now, 5.5 is too many points.
Agreed.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers plus the 5.5 for me.
You lost me on this line when you started with Bills minus anything. I do not know what people are seeing in the Buffalo Bills. It's not as drastic with Minnesota, but they had one good game against the Chiefs. They got beat by the Patriots. They got handled by the Falcons. They got handled by the Dolphins. They beat a bad Panthers team. And when you really look at it, they haven't beaten anybody. They beat the Ravens early on before we knew how off that was. The Jets, the Dolphins, the Saints, the Panthers. And you beat a Chiefs team that I don't buy into all that much. This is the paper tigerest Buffalo Bills team I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
This week you don't have Dalton Kincaid. I don't mind Dawson Knox if you're looking for a cheapy tight end on DraftKings.
Tight ends usually do pop against Tampa.
They do well. I don't understand any of this. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm taking Tampa Bay. This was the quickest pick I had all week because I saw it and audibly laughed out loud.
Yes.
And Tank can attest to that because he's in the room when I did it.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit disrespectful to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to have them as more than a field goal, right? I mean, if it had been 3.5, okay, maybe. But 5.5, I feel like is too much. This is going to be a field goal game. This is going to be a chase it game, and it's going to come down to who makes the big play and who makes the big mistake. That, to me, might be the most fun thing about this game is figuring out which one of these quarterbacks is going to make the critical mistake that causes you to lose this game. Now, is it going to be Baker Mayfield, or will it be Josh Allen?
Josh has done a lot of running around trying to play hero ball, and that version of Josh Allen is not an MVP caliber player. He's not. I can't believe I'm getting ready to say what I'm going to say, but I say it, I mean it. I trust Tampa Bay way more than I trust Buffalo right now.
Agreed. We're in the same boat.
We have 2 super chats before we get into bangers.
All right.
It's all about the money, all about the money.
Robert Johnson, 4 years as a member of the House of Reprehensibles. It means he is actually up for re-election. I don't have my gavel, but you have been reelected. My Commanders went from Super Bowl hopes to a top 5 pick. R.I.P.
Mm-hmm.
The good thing about that is this is a really good year to wind up with a pick that high. Because you could have Reuben Bain if all things go the way that you want them to, and that's a very nice consolation prize. And you still have 2 years of cheap Jaden Daniels.
I was going to say, we just pick it up again next year.
Because I'll be on that team again next year.
Show me the money, show me the money. I like the cash.
From Red Sea, Falafel, Drew Petzing. I'm telling you, if that dude goes missing, like if Drew Petzing one day, we see like a silver alert on him, Red Sea, but they're going to be calling you.
Yep.
Where were you?
Yeah, definitely going to be looking up your locale.
That's he's your pit guy. If you had a pit underneath your house, who are you Buffalo Billing in it? And for him, it's Drew Petzing.
Yeah, puts the lotion on its skin.
It puts the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again.
Oh
wait.
Is Mike Elko a big fat person?
Would you? Because I would. So hard.
All right, let's get so hard on some bangers here.
Coffee's for closers, homie. Get them the money. Then when you get the money, you get the power. That watch costs more than your car. Then when you get the power, then you get the woman.
Did I do that wrong?
If somebody doesn't clip that, I probably quit. We start with favorites in college football this week, and frankly, I don't have a ton of them. I got 16 picks this week. 10 of them are dogs. This is the pound of college football weekends, but we do have a few favorites. We start with BYU. They may have an honor code, but they also have a really good football team. And as of to this point, there's only one guy that's broken that. I think they're going to have everybody this week. They're a 4.5 point favorite at home against TCU, which is insanely low to me. I'm in like with TCU. I think we're swayed a little bit by how badly Texas Tech beat this team last week. I still believe in BYU. I still think this is a good team. I still think they're the second or third best team in the Big 12, and I think they're going to beat TCU comfortably. Give me BYU minus the 4.5. Ole Miss is given 11.5 to Florida, and Florida is maddening. They're just competitive enough to cover spreads like this, and then I watch them get absolutely obliterated by Kentucky. I feel like this team is starting to get into the we've quit, we're looking at our next location. We're going to start seeing some guys that aren't on the field because they have a phantom hamstring injury, and I think Ole Miss is going to boat race them. Give me Hottie Toddy minus the 11.5. Utah's a 9.5 point favorite at Baylor. The Big 12 is maddening to me with how Vegas looks at them. They have 8 teams. So there's a Vegas power ranking for college football the same way there is for the NFL. Mm-hmm. Vegas has 8 teams in the Big 12 between 20 and 45. And that is not accurate to me because you have some that belong in that area, and then you get some like Baylor that belong about 50. I get how decent their quarterback is. That's starting to tail off, and Utah can absolutely suffocate you. Give me Utah minus the 9.5. Michigan's given 10.5 at Northwestern. Northwestern has one player. Caleb Tiernan. That's it. End of message. Michigan doesn't score easily. They don't score often, but they'll score enough to cover this. Give me the Wolverines. Go blue. Minus the 10.5. And finally, Alabama. They're giving 5.5 to Oklahoma, and I don't know if that's just because Vegas hasn't watched this Oklahoma team or they haven't watched this Alabama team. I get that you like the defense. The defense is a little banged up. Alabama is at home for this game, and I do not like Oklahoma on the road. I saw what happened in the Cotton Bowl. Give me Alabama minus 5.5. I think this is going to be a rout.
You can take those wagers over to DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of the Sportsocracy. We will be right back here on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM and 1400. Football Friday rolls on. More picks for Week 11. Plus another set of bangers.
ESPN Asheville.
And we're clear.
Thank you.
Your mountain weather forecast.
If you like what you saw this morning, you'll like what you get as we get into the afternoon and for Saturday and Sunday. Got a little bit of a knockdown in temperatures after some milder weather.
I'm going to go refill my water
today. And sunny, beautiful Friday.
I'm going to go hard.
And overnight, we're a few degrees milder.
So hard.
Clear.
Hard on the bangers.
70 degrees.
We need to keep pounding.
Saturday night, but it's gone by Sunday. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Stager.
This report is sponsored by Jimmy's Automotive Center.
Don't let unexpected car or truck repairs ruin your week. Take that car or truck to Jimmy's Automotive. Jimmy's Automotive offers a fleet of loaner cars as well, so you don't have to miss a beat while they take care of the repairs of your car. Schedule your next service today at jimmysauto.com and drive away with confidence.
Every now and then I rinse it out, and I need Downy rinse tonight, and I need it more. My kick was the bed and the smell never leaves. I don't know what to do, I'm always in the dark. The sweat in that short smells like a dog park. Downy rinse it tonight.
Downy Rinse fights stubborn odors in just one wash. When impossible odors get stuck in,
Rinse it out. You better work.
You're the best divorce lawyers in town.
From executive producer Ryan Murphy.
I tell my clients every day, marriage is just a trap. Let's light it on fire. Showtime, ladies.
Starring Kim Kardashian, Naomi Watts, Niecy Nash Betts, Tiana Taylor with Sarah Paulson and Glenn Close.
God, I love my job.
Hulu original series, All's Fair. Now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus. For bundle subscribers, terms apply.
The free iHeartRadio app. Pure audio awesomeness.
The most live radio stations and the most podcasts.
And you can access them instantly by making them a preset.
And it's all 100% free.
Join the millions who already have it on their smartphone.
The free iHeartRadio app. The #1 app for radio.
This football season, Bear Smokehouse Barbecue is where the fans feast. Catch every game Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday on big screens with booming sound, cold drinks, and the best barbecue in town. Bring your crew and tackle the game day grub package. A dozen wings, a pound of pork or chicken, a full rack of ribs, 3 pints of sides, and slider rolls, feeding 4 hungry fans. Whether you're cheering for touchdowns or just here for the ribs, Bears is the ultimate game day destination. Bears Barbecue in downtown Asheville, your home for football, where the fans feast.
Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports have teamed up under a new local owner to serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports can customize whatever you, your team, or your local group may need with high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Visit mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com. That's mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com for your local one-stop custom apparel shops.
We are the Nix family, and this is our Ingalls story.
Welcome to Henderson County, North Carolina, known throughout the South as Apple Country. Here, the family of Apple Wedge Farm is in its 5th and 6th generation, cultivating fresh fruit for the local community and beyond. For decades, these beautiful locally grown apples have graced the shelves of Ingalls markets, and we look forward to carrying them for decades to come. Ingalls. Low prices, love the savings.
All across the Tar Heel state.
Tar Heels on the run. Trimble to the cup layup. Kellen in the foul.
This is Carolina basketball.
Long rainbow 3, nothing but net from the rookie. Out to Trimble. He'll try another triple. Counted.
The home of the 6-time national champions.
Drives and hammers it home. Hello, young fella.
This is your radio home for the Tar Heels.
Asheville's home for the Tar Heels is ESPN Asheville.
The Sportsocracy.
You are a regular nuclear meltdown. You better cool off.
All right, we are coming down to it. Week 11 in the NFL. Week 12 in college football.
It's getting closer. We're almost to that time where it goes away again, and then we're sad
for a minute.
Except for we're way better rested.
I was gonna say,
and Tank doesn't say things like he said at the end of the last hour. We are at the end of the last segment. We have a super chat.
What do you mean? What did I say?
Show me the money, the money, money. Show me the money. I like the cash.
Like a math class for Tank, it's so hard. Red Sea said, Jeremy, check the Discord. When that has been clipped. I appreciate that. That will be used for not good things in the future, and I appreciate it.
We got I think we got time to do at least one more game here before we give you another set of bangers. 4 o'clock slate on an NFL Sunday. Cardinals and the 49ers.
I'm kind of stuck on that you don't think we can do all 4 of these games because I don't think any of them takes more. Well, one of them takes a minute. The rest of them don't.
One of them does.
Yeah, 49ers minus 2.5.
49ers minus the 2.5 at the Arizona Cardinals. Over under the 48.5.
Didn't think about it for a second.
Under. Ooh, are you going over?
Yeah, I'll go under. I have a lot of unders this week, and that's usually not right.
Okay. Yeah, I'm taking the under. I mean, even if we got a good game from Mac Jones, I'm not sure we're getting a good game.
Well, Brock Purdy's
from
back
Jacoby.
this week.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, Brock's back this week.
Ooh, well, that makes me hate it even more. So, yeah, under. Let's go.
Red Sea said I'd go over. Our team is hurt to hell and back. You know what?
I'm not gonna.
I think I'm usually when I do this, if I don't do it, I regret it, and 9 times out of 10 regret it if I do.
Okay. You go over, I'll go under.
I'm going over. Yep.
All right.
Over.
All right. Ravens and the Browns. Ravens are a 7.5-point favorite. I'm on that side.
At 2.
The over-under is 38.5. I'm actually thinking about it, but I'm going under.
The over-under is the only hard part of that. I'm tempted. So I think Baltimore's going to be able to score.
Mm-hmm.
And look, I still don't think their defense is a top 3 unit or anything like that. I just think it's markedly better, and you're seeing closer now to what it was we expected to see. That number has dropped so much. I'm going to go over 30. I'll go over 38.5.
This is also one of those that I go, could I get some good odds betting this on like going lower? Let's take points off of the total.
So you think the Ravens are just going to win this 23-3?
Pretty much. I think it's going to be like 20-6 or something gross. You might get, I just don't. I don't see it for the Browns. I don't see how you get anything. I mean, Quinshad Judkins, he's a nice piece. Maybe he gets away for one, but I think that's all you're going to get. The maximum.
I don't think the Browns are contributing to this much, but I think Baltimore is going to cover most of it by themselves.
The defense is still good though for the Browns, isn't it?
Is it? Or is Myles Garrett good?
Well, that is going to be that is always a thing to watch.
That's where I kind of fall in on this game. Is I think the defense is fine for the Browns. You're missing potentially several pieces. Schwesinger's questionable. I have not heard an update on Denzel Ward, but he was questionable the last I heard.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think this. I don't think they can shut down Baltimore. Baltimore is a train rolling downhill. I also think there's a great possibility the offense is going to put Baltimore's offense in good positions enough. I'll go over.
Okay. But we're both on the Ravens minus the 7.5. That wasn't a question. Correct?
Correct. Yeah, I didn't need long to figure that one out.
All right, the other 4:05 game, Rams and the Seahawks.
This one's a little tougher. I think this game's really important to the West, solely because you've got some tiebreaker situations that we're going to talk about the next hour.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have like a real dedicated lean on this game? No. I think this is probably the 2 best teams in the NFC. If it's not, it's 2 of the 3.
It's certainly 2 of the 3. Well, yeah, 2 or 3 or 4. Because I got the Eagles and the Lions both up in that category.
Yeah, I don't buy into the Eagles as much as you do.
Right. Seahawks and the Rams. I mean, I like the Seahawks in a vacuum better than I like the Rams. But I think I like the Rams in this game better than I like the Seahawks.
The hook's what got me. I'm taking the Seahawks plus the 3.5. I'll go. Oh, boo! I'll go over 48.5.
Yes. I'm on the over. I don't like the hook, but I'll take it. I'll take the Rams minus the 3.5. You're on the Seahawks plus the 3.5. Both going over the 48.5. And then 4:25, Chiefs and the Broncos.
You know what? I actually think this one needs to be talked about more than this.
Okay, so you want to do this after the top of the hour?
Yeah, we've still got the 2 primetime games, Sunday night, Monday night. We got to do that. We'll do that to start the next hour. We'll do the daily draft in the following 2 segments.
I was going to say we need 5 seconds to talk about the Monday night game.
Well, maybe not.
Oh, okay. All right.
Dallas just got a lot more interesting, and maybe not for the reasons that you wanted them to.
Okay. So yeah, coming up after the top of the hour break, we will get to that. Now, let's take a quick break, and when we come back, Jeremy will give you another set of bangers for the weekend.
ESPN Asheville.
Clear.
Your mountain weather forecast.
If you like what you saw this morning, you'll like what you get as we get into the afternoon and for Saturday and Sunday.
And this one, I just need a road
A little bit
dog.
of a knockdown.
Bangers.
There's some milder weather, upper 60s today and sunny. Beautiful Friday evening out. And overnight, we're a few degrees milder, 40 and clear. Sunny tomorrow, even milder, 70 degrees. We'll wrap up the weekend Sunday with some sunshine, 65. There might be a little rain Saturday night, but it's gone by Sunday. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Stager.
This report is sponsored by
Bojangles. It's always bow time.
It's bow time. Some people think steak is only for dinner, but not at Bojangles. We're talking thick, hearty, mouth-watering steak, country fried to perfection and served up on a fresh and fluffy buttermilk biscuit. Right now, grab 2 steak biscuits for $5 to start your day. It's bow time.
This is what it sounds like to win $1,000 in bonus bucks.
I got $1,000. Oh my God, thank you.
Get ready for it to happen to you.
Are you freaking kidding me right now?
Every weekday.
Awesome!
Looking for a career with stability and purpose? NC Department of Adult Correction is hiring correctional officers.
I was just reading the chat here. Tayden, I do not believe Jeremy ever had the Jets in the playoffs. Did you?
Jobs.
Nutcracker.
This year, I had him having no one picking a draft.
Asheville.
That's what I thought.
And memories.
I
this year,
hated
make
this
yours
year.
unforgettable. Experience the magic at Thomas Wolfe Auditorium December 9th. Get your tickets now at nutcracker.com.
This is where it starts.
Yeah, I despise
Your
Justin
story
Fields.
begins. This is the trail you blaze yourself.
I think he's blending years because I
Step
thought
by
I
step,
did believe in
you
him
get
last
stronger,
preseason.
Faster, better. This is where it starts.
Which was equally
How do you
comically
finish?
stupid, so he's not wrong.
Eagles, we're with you every step of the way.
I'm Mark Starling, and this Medical Minute is brought to you by Haywood Regional Medical Center. Did you know lung cancer affects more people each year than any other cancer? This November, Haywood Regional Medical Center is observing Lung Cancer Awareness Month, a time to shine a light on prevention, early detection, and hope. The leading risk factor for lung cancer is tobacco use, but other risks include exposure to secondhand smoke, radon, asbestos, and even family history. While not all lung cancers can be prevented, there are steps you can take to lower your risk. Stay away from tobacco, don't smoke, and try to avoid breathing in other people's smoke. Have your home tested for radon and
My
make
wife
sure
made
any issues are
flatbreads.
treated. Eat a
You're
healthy
lucky I
diet
ever
rich
come
in
to the
fruits and
studio.
vegetables. Talk to your doctor about lung cancer screenings, especially if you're at higher risk. Early detection saves lives. This November, take charge of your health and spread awareness with Haywood Regional Medical Center, caring for our community every breath of the way. To learn more or schedule a screening, visit myhaywoodregional.com.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Live in the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelor or bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes
15 seconds.
luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there
Just have
relaxed,
Road Dog
on
ready for
time,
me.
and ready for the party.
I got it.
Information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
Coffee's the closers on. Get them the money. Then when you get the money, you get the power. That watch costs more than your car. Then when you get the power, then you get the woman.
Rare is the week where I don't have to get cute and we can actually just put these segments the way they're supposed to. Because I love dogs, but there's one kind of dog I love more than any other.
Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better call somebody.
Not just a dog, but a road dog. We start with Pittsburgh plus the 12.5 against Notre Dame. It pains me to pick Pittsburgh, eat excrement pit, but I do think 12.5 is disrespectful when you're playing a team that's beaten exactly no one. I also think it's a lot of points when Jeremiah Love and Desmond Reed are going to be the biggest parts of the offense in this game. Pittsburgh also has a freshman quarterback that's pretty good. Give me Pittsburgh plus 12.5. Next, Memphis burned me last week. They may burn me this week. but the fighting former Mike Houstons are not as good as their record would let you believe. Give me Memphis plus the 2.5 at East Carolina. Iowa is catching 7.5 from USC. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to take the points anytime Iowa plays a team and they're catching more than a touchdown because that defense is good. They can run. They slow games down. Give me Iowa plus the 7.5. Little bonus pick. Go under the 49.5. And rarely do I get to pair two hated rivals together, but I'm going to do it here. South Carolina plus the 19.5. Clemson plus the 2.5. Both of these teams are playing on the road at teams that have playoff aspirations. Neither of them do. However, they both still have a lot to play for. South Carolina keeping the roster together. Clemson keeping their coach employed. Give me Clemson plus 2.5. They are my money line achy breaky no mistakey of the week. And South Carolina plus the 19.5 at Texas A&M. They won't win. That's too many points.
Ooh, we haven't had an achy breaky no mistakey in a while.
I love that line so much. And it's not even because I don't like Louisville. I do. I like Louisville. I despise this spot for them. I hate it because it's one of those times that you play a team that has nothing to lose and do not be shocked if they throw everything but the kitchen sink at you.
Yeah. Take all your wagers over to the DraftKings Sportsbook app, the official sportsbook of the Sportsocracy. You've got a couple of more games to pick. Plus, coming up, it's the daily draft. Where are you going to go if you could go anywhere around the football world? We'll be back in 2.
The construction will begin.
Clear.
Gambit said he hopes my pillows never told
is currently under construction.
Probably the finest ever built.
Check
I always
in for
want
the
my pillows.
latest.
With any construction project, there are changes.
They want to make sure everything's perfect.
Use
Ouch.
70 WWNC.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville.
He hopes your bed's sweaty and you never get laid again.
The community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at Parks Ford.
He said, I hope Mrs. Greene is always too tired.
WNC
Right. She's never been too tired once
We
in
have
8
the
years.
customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw
And she made a
Brothers.
delicious
Actually, we're cousins. A few days
chicken,
after Lean,
bacon,
we was in
ranch
the driveway having a
flatbread
couple
with
beers,
leftover chicken
waiting on
from
the
the
power
other
to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few
Gambit
months,
100%.
trees for our
I
neighbors.
saw that. I
Our
saw your
business was
comment
born
that
out
the 2.5
of
was
one
insulting, and I
help
went,
us
"Oh,
make
he's going to hate this
Get back
pick
on
so
our
much."
feet.
We are fully insured and licensed.
And don't get me
Keep our
wrong, I
promises.
think Louisville's
Meaning
better.
If we say we're going to
I
be there, we'll
hate
be there.
this
In these
spot.
parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a cousin.
Fridays are
You're
like the
family.
Thursdays
We're
in
good
the
at what we
NFL.
do, and we do it for
Weird
reasonable cost.
excrement
For all your
happens.
chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
At Ingles, whether we're celebrating Friday night rivals, televising college basketball games, bringing the Fan Fest to semi-pro soccer, or taking you out to the ball game at your minor league park, it's all in the bag. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
From the Ingles studio, WPEK Fairview, WMXF Waynesville.
All right, got the cue to call and then open.
Your car and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
Now, your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, Bills. That's Bills. Enter it now.
Go to ESPNAVL.com to play, and good luck.
Live from the Ingles studio,
I can't wait to play with myself every day.
the Sportsocracy.
Damn the devil to hell! Let the big dog eat! Let him on the field!
Come get you some of this.
Fire them cannons. By golly, put more powder in those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh my God. The Jets killed him.
We are in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. The Sportsocracy heard everywhere you go on the iHeartRadio app and seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel so you can join us in the chat. It is
Football Friday. You do have to turn your
Football
microphone on.
Friday. Just come on now.
I'm not used to doing that. I'm used to you doing that.
Hey, at least you turn it on your mic. Yeah. It's like, well, at least it was the fact that you didn't turn on the mic. Rather than I thought it was because you had your face stuffed with flatbread pizzas.
I did, and it was quite tasty. You're really honestly lucky that I ever come to the studio, because every day I work from home, my wife's like, "Oh, I made lunch with leftover chicken and bacon, and it was delicious and wonderful." And now I just want a nap.
Mm-hmm. Nap time coming up in just about 57 minutes. So hang in there with
I
me.
ain't making it 57. We got 2 minutes of commercials. I'm looking at 55:20, bruh.
Before we get back into the games, Jeremy, we have a super chat. And it comes from Well Joe, and he says Seahawks win. Tank just KO'd the Rams.
The tank kiss of death is strong.
Could be. He is pretty strong. Just ask Jair Alexander. The Chiefs and the Broncos in a 425 game.
I'm curious where your brain is in this. It's in Denver.
Yes, it's in Denver.
Chiefs are coming off a bye.
Yes, and my brain says Andy Reid does not lose coming out of a bye. And at some point, I feel like there's too much doubt about the Kansas City Chiefs. It's still a well-led team. Not that the Broncos aren't, because we know Sean Payton's a good coach. But I can't go the way of the Broncos on this one.
I think the Broncos are going to get their guts kicked in by the Kansas City Chiefs.
Wow.
Would you like to hear the list of players that are not going to play?
Oh, yes.
And this is
Please do tell.
These are not all confirmed, but this is where we're leaning right now.
Expected.
No J.K. Dobbins, no Pat Surtain, no Alex Singleton, no Ben Powers, no John Franklin Myers, no Jonah Ellis. That's a lot. John Franklin Myers is a big loss, and so is Patrick Surtain.
Yes.
I think Kansas City is going to kick your guts in. Not because I think they're better than you. Kind of like what I said about Clemson and Louisville. I hate this spot for you. You are playing a team that is looking at a championship window that has never been more threatened than it is right now. They're coming off a bye. They've had 13 days to prepare for you. And frankly, your quarterback's not that hard to prepare for. I think it was 2 years ago that they beat Denver like 30-6 or something just brutal like that. I think that's going to happen again.
Yeah.
I love Kansas City in this spot. I'm taking Kansas City minus 3.5. I will go under the 44.5.
I feel like the number's right on where it needs to be. I'm going to lean over, but that's going to take like a buzzer beater field goal. Or a buzzer beater touchdown, I guess. Because I am going to be on the side of the Chiefs minus the 3.5. Yeah, I'll lean over on that game. I don't think it's going to be a gut kicking as Jeremy does, but
I do.
Okay, all right. We shall see. And then we've got Sunday Night Football.
Sunday Night Football. I don't ever get to do that one.
Yeah. Detroit Lions, Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia. Philadelphia, a 2.5-point favorite.
If you had to take a guess on what percentage of the money is on Detroit plus 2.5.
I'll say 76%.
Higher.
84.
Higher.
92.
Well, slightly lower. 91.
91.
91% of the money is on Detroit on just under 90% of the tickets.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a little sharp money on Philadelphia. This is another one. I think Detroit's going to hurt your feelings. You think A.J. Brown was loud this week? Just wait. Just wait. because you're about to see something that you haven't seen much of this year. If you really look at Philadelphia, they struggled with the Rams early on. As you said, kind of needed a miracle to beat them.
Mm-hmm.
They gave up a lot of points to the Buccaneers. They gave up a decent number of points to the Cowboys. They haven't played a good offense since. They haven't played a good offense in over a month. They're about to play 2 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
I think Detroit's going to score points. I'm on the over. So I'm going over the 46, and I'm taking Detroit plus 2.5. They're my money line dog of the week in the NFL.
Yep. We will we'll agree on that game as well. Because I just don't trust you right now. I do not trust Philadelphia right now, and as you said, I've seen them give up big points. So and there's no other team in the NFL right now that I would, if you said I had to wager money on one team to score more than 30 points every week of the season, there was not another team that I would put money on other than the Detroit Lions.
So my thought with this game is, how would you, if you're going to beat Detroit, how do you beat them? What's the spot on that Detroit roster that you can attack as it's currently constituted?
What is it?
Corner. You can get at them at corner while there's still no DJ Reed. Because you're looking at Arthur Mole and Amik Robertson and Terrion Arnold that hasn't been particularly good. That's the one part of Philadelphia's game I don't trust you to be able to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what A.J. Brown's so upset about, is he's looking at this game going, this should be a kill spot for me. And he sees the same thing I do. I don't think you can do it.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
I don't think your line's good enough to keep Detroit's front off of Jalen Hurts. I don't think you're going to be able to run all that well. And then you get Detroit gets the ball, and I think you'll slow them down. I don't think you're going to stop them.
I would tend to agree. So we're both on the Lions and both on the over?
Yes, I'm on the over in the Lions.
All right. There you have it. And then there's the Monday night game, which
this was just a foregone conclusion for you,
it'd be good. It'd be good to get some sleep on Monday night. Because that's probably what I'm going to be doing. This is one of those games that I do not care who wins.
I don't either. And I feel like you're going to be on the Cowboys minus 3.5.
100%.
Yeah, I'm on the Raiders plus 3.5.
Okay.
I don't know what it is about this Cowboys defense that's making smart guys a little less than smart. They're awful. Mm-hmm. If there was one team that I looked at and went, the Raiders might actually be able to move the ball on you, it's Dallas. Because I like Genty in this game. Yes, it's the first game of Quinnen Williams. Yes, that will help to a point. Your secondary is still terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care how bad your receiving core is. I like Trey Tucker. I like Brock Bowers. I'm not telling you the Raiders win this game. But Dallas shouldn't be giving over a field goal to anybody. I don't care how bad they are.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, if we'd had 5 more minutes with the Jets, they would have covered that. Dallas is terrible. And in very bad coachy fashion, they're getting worse by the week.
Are the Raiders getting any better?
No, they don't have to. I think there's good. All right, let me ask you this. Over or under the, 49.5? Yep, 49.5.
Ooh, I'll go over.
I will too.
Mm-hmm. I'll go over, but here's the thing: if we're going over, I'm not trusting Las Vegas to put up the points.
I am, because I think a group of Girl Scouts could score 20 points on the Dallas Cowboys right now. I think Bumblebee Troop 412 could score could easily rush for $150 and put up 25 points on the Dallas Cowboys.
Yep. All right, he's taking the Raiders plus the 3.5 over the 49.5. I'm on the over as well, but I will take the Dallas Cowboys minus the 3.5 against the Raiders. You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. Coming up next, it's the Daily Draft. Where are you going to go if you could go anywhere?
This
and we're clear.
Whole new era of Carolina football.
Cost at the 40, touchback. Cost at the 20. Caleb to the house. Touchdown, Carolina.
Don't miss 1 minute of the action as Coach Bill Belichick takes the reins.
Tight open down the sideline. Cuts back at the 5. Give him 6, baby. Touchdown, Carolina.
On your home for Carolina football.
Asheville's home for the Tar Heels is ESPN Asheville.
Hey, it's Ed Helms, host of Snafu, my podcast about history's greatest screw-ups. On our new season, we're bringing you a new snafu every single episode.
32 lost nuclear weapons? You're like, wait, stop? What?
Yeah, it's going to be a whole lot of history, a whole lot of funny, and a whole lot of fabulous guests. Paul Scheer, Angela and Jenna, Nick Kroll, Jordan Klepper. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Snafu with Ed Helms, and listen now.
For more information about contests on this station, go to espnavl.com.
The iHeartRadio app now has presets, just like in the car. You're our number one. Make us yours. ESPN Asheville, the mountain's favorite sports station, streaming 24/7. Your home for the Sportsocracy. Weekdays at noon. The Tar Heels and Atlanta Braves baseball.
This football season, Bears Smokehouse Barbecue is where the fans feast. Catch every game Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday on big screens with booming sound, cold drinks, and the best barbecue in town. Bring your crew and tackle the game day grub package. A dozen wings, a pound of pork or chicken, a full rack of ribs, 3 pints of sides, and slider rolls, feeding 4 hungry fans. Whether you're cheering for touchdowns or just here for the ribs, Bears is the ultimate game day destination. Bears Barbecue in downtown Asheville. Your home for football where the fans feast.
ESPN Asheville and Asheville Smiles is giving a complete smile makeover to one winner with a value of up to $60,000.
How long we got here?
This personalized transformation could include advanced cosmetic and restorative treatments tailored to your needs, all delivered by a team known for exceptional care and results. You can nominate yourself or a loved one in need. All submissions, which include photos and your story, are due November 20th, 2025. Nominate the person in your life that deserves a smile makeover now. ESPNAVL.com. It's a smile makeover from Asheville Smiles and ESPN Asheville.
This is where it starts. Where your story begins. This is the trail you blaze yourself. And step by step, you get stronger, faster, better. This is where it starts. How will you finish? Ingles, we're with you every step of the way.
Selling
45 seconds.
Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells
Good for-
WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing
We've got a 15-second Parks Forward after this, and then good to go.
in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
The Sportsocracy.
These guys are a disgrace.
And welcome back into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400 on
Football Friday.
Yeah, it is daily draft time. And it is, of course, always where you going to go if you could go anywhere this way. I'm telling you, I'm not going anywhere this weekend.
I'm
It's
not.
not happening.
If I leave my house, you should be afraid of me if you see me. Because something horrible has happened if you see me out the front door of my house. I don't smoke anymore, so I don't have to go outside. I don't plan on seeing the sun until Monday.
Nice. It's going to be a restful weekend, hopefully, for the Sportsocracy. But in our minds, we'll be going places because there's football all over the place. So Number one pick in this week's Where You Gonna Go If You Could Go Anywhere daily draft.
I'll give it to you.
You all right? You gonna give it to me? All right.
I mean, because I think number one's pretty obvious.
Right. Well, it's not coming back to me, so I got to go to Athens, Georgia, for the Georgia-Texas game. Number 5, number 10, the matchup of Gunnar Stockton and Arch Manning.
Doesn't it feel gross when you say it that way?
Gunnar?
Like, the number one matchup of the week is Gunnar and hopefully markedly improved Arch Manning.
Uh-huh.
I mean, look, Arch has been better. I know it was real bad to start. He was great, 2 weeks ago against Vanderbilt?
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was pretty good against Mississippi State in a game that went to overtime. Probably shouldn't have. He was really good in the fourth quarter. He was great against Oklahoma. And then you go back to, then we get into that Florida, UTEP, San Jose State.
Jose.
What would you say that you did there? Well, look, this is a really important game to the point of I have called this a borderline elimination game. If Texas loses, they're definitely out.
No doubt.
I think if Georgia loses, they're out.
I mean, I could see some paths where crazy things happen behind them and they still end up in, but it gets dangerous.
So it will make Georgia Tech, Georgia. So we were supposed to be at Georgia, Texas.
Uh-huh.
Tank and I are legally dead. You would find us in Athens in a puddle of just dead radio guy. So we're not. We flexed that game to Georgia, Georgia Tech in Atlanta 2 weeks from now.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia loses here, that's a must win because you're not making it to the SEC title game. So that game becomes your last opportunity to impress the committee.
Right.
Here's what I don't think you're thinking about when it comes to how do you get in. All right, so if you lose to Texas, Texas is in the spot they're in right now almost solely because of the name on the side of the helmet. And if you don't believe me, tell me the difference right now between Vanderbilt and Texas. Like, if you look at resume, what is the difference between those two?
Mm-hmm.
There's not one. If anything, Vanderbilt's is better. They're 4 spots behind Texas. So I don't think you're going to get the mercy of you lost to Texas. I think that puts you in 11, 12. Maybe the win against Georgia Tech is good enough if they find a way not to slip up. But then you got to factor in the ACC gets one. The group of 5 gets one.
Mm-hmm.
And 11's probably not getting in. And that's where all of this gets really dicey. You've also got to factor in if BYU's only loss is to a Texas Tech team that I think is going to be a top 4 seed, that's going to be a problem too.
Right.
Especially if they keep matering teams in the Big 12.
Mm-hmm.
That's one I haven't heard anybody say yet, but I keep looking at BYU going, all right, so who are you supposed to lose to between now and the end of the year? I mean, you beat TCU, Cincinnati, and UCF. Great. Then they go to the Big 12 title game. And now I'll go even more conspiracy theory. What if they beat Texas Tech?
Right. They're both in.
They beat Texas Tech. Now they've split. Now you got 2 crappy Big 12 conference teams. Well, one good one and one where apparently you can't have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that story that one of the players on the basketball team already got suspended?
No.
That's the least surprising thing I think I've ever heard in my life. So you mean you bring a bunch of 18-year-old kids to Provo, Utah, and tell them they can't have sex, they can't drink, they can't swear, they can't really do anything, and you're shocked that kids that make millions of dollars to play basketball went, nope,
right.
Hammered. It was for a DUI, just posterity's sake.
Mm-hmm.
I believe I said that was coming when they started paying big money to basketball recruits.
Absolutely.
It lasted 3 games.
You can't throw out the big money to these players and then expect these high school kids to come in with money and not have fun.
Cool. So you gave me $1.5 million to play basketball, but I can't see a booby. I don't believe I'm going to adhere to that. But yeah, I mean, I respect the honor code. I'm just saying these two things do not stem in the same tide.
Yeah.
Anyway,
number one game of the weekend, the ABC primetime game as the lead-in to our good friend Chris Womack on Saturday Sports Night on WLOS on Saturday night. Number 5 Georgia, number 10 Texas. Hopefully Nate Frazier will be able to run the ball for 181 yards again this week, and Georgia can secure a victory.
Okay, so you got the number 1 pick. Yay, you did a thing.
Yay.
I am not averse to that game. It's obviously it's very high to me. I think there is another college game that's up there, and I think there's a slew of NFL games. I think I'm going to go double NFL here.
Ooh, okay.
So I'm going to take Lions-Eagles 1. I mean, and I think that one really speaks for itself. This is reigning NFC champion that I don't believe in as much as I probably should because I don't like your coach. Your offense looks really clunky. But now you get a shot to prove we step up when the lights come on. That's been the argument from Philadelphia fans forever is, okay, so we don't look great against Green Bay. We didn't look great against the New York Giants. But when you put us in our own weight class, we will fight to that level.
Yes.
Well, here's your chance to prove it. Because if you play the way you did against the Green Bay Packers, they're not just going to beat you. They're going to beat your ass up and down Lincoln Financial Field, and you will lose this game 30-6. That is 100% in the realm of possibilities, especially when you factor in that they have Jahmyr Gibbs, which is something that has not been a great part of the Philadelphia Eagles defense. That, to me, is – look, styles make fights. I don't think there are two teams in the NFL that are more diametrically opposed than the Detroit Lions and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay. As far as one's offense is great, the other one's not. The other
one
one's
has
defense is okay, and the
an
other one's
offense.
is great.
It's an elite offense against an elite defense. And this is what I said when we picked this game. For me, it's not the offense versus the defense. That's what everybody's going to talk about. It's the Detroit Lions defense against the Philadelphia Eagles offense. And I just have no faith in what you're doing offensively right now.
Right.
If you can't get Saquon Barkley going, that offense doesn't run. Now, I have to pick another one, and I'm torn. Because there's one that I know definitively will not come back to me. There's another one that I feel pretty sure won't come back to me, but I have a shot at it. So I'm going to take the obvious one, and I'll take your Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Buffalo Bills. First of all, Highmark Stadium is a cool place to watch a game, especially when it's not covered in 14 feet of snow. And then I go back to that styles make fights. Can you, just in theory, can you explain to me how the over-under in that game is 46.5?
No, it should be 52.5.
That's a weird way to say 56.5. I think they got the last three spots right. They got the singles digit, the decimal, and the half correct. They just forgot a number.
Yep.
Because I think that's the highest scoring game of the day. Not even kind of close. Because I don't think either one of those defenses can stop either one of those offenses.
No, it's going to be a whole lot of trying to get James Cook going for the Buffalo Bills, and we saw last week that you can run the ball, especially on the outside against this Tampa Bay defense. And I have to believe in the magic every week of Baker Mayfield, because even with no real, superstar talents at wide receiver, he just keeps on slinging it.
I would say Ibuka has slid into superstar talent.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I'd take him over Chris
so.
Godwin right now, and I wouldn't think about that for even a tenth of a second.
Okay.
Is there anything that – and look, you're the Tampa Bay guy, so you take the Tampa Bay side. I'll take the Buffalo side. Is there anything that worries you about Tampa Bay in this game?
If the number one thing that would that would concern me is the outside containment of James Cook. Like, for some reason lately, we cannot figure out if a running back gets out in the flat and gets some space, he's going to do some damage. And if he gets around the edge and he's got some speed, which I think James Cook does, he could go for a long, long way. Because once you get into the second level of the Tampa Bay defense, it's basically Katie bar the door.
So that's what I thought you were going to say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you a very alarming stat on James Cook.
All right.
He's had 5 100-yard games so far in this season.
Okay.
He has scored a touchdown in every one of those except one.
Okay.
He has 1 touchdown in the other 4 games combined, and he averages 60 yards a game. He's either really good or borderline irrelevant. And that's what scares me about Buffalo. I think that number is stupid. And I think this game will be a shootout, and I think it'll be really close. And to me, it was clearly the second best NFL game of the day.
I would agree with that. All right. So
I knew you would, because there's a third one that I think is closer than we want it to be. And I knew you were going to take this one. You might not take that one.
Okay. This definitely was not coming back to you. I was getting excited. I was like, "Oh my God, are you telling me that I could get my 1, 3, and 4 in all of this?" But apparently not. If
I were a betting man, I'd say you're getting ready to take 2 college games, but I could be wrong.
I am getting ready to take 1 college game.
Alabama, Oklahoma.
No doubt. The matchup between the Maroons of the SEC. This game it means a lot for both of these teams.
I thought the Maroons of the SEC were the defensive linemen for Georgia that can't figure out that they have to drive the speed limit. Oh, that's morons.
Morons.
My
yes.
bad.
Different.
I missed it by 1 syllable.
Sooners and the Tide. 2 very annoying fan bases going head-to-head in Tuscaloosa, and it's an elimination game for Oklahoma.
No
doubt. And Alabama. I mean, obviously, any loss at this point in the season, you don't want to take the step back. And Ty Simpson and Kalen DeBoer and company have been, they're on a roll. I don't feel like they're not boat racing people, but they're on a hot streak. Have not lost since the first game of the season against Florida State, and it's starting to kind of feel like old school Alabama.
This game's more important for Oklahoma. It's not even close.
Yes.
Oklahoma, you're done. Your season you're headed to the Liberty Bowl or something god-awful like that.
The Capital One Bowl.
The Capital One Citrus Bowl. If you lose this game, because that'd be 3 in the SEC. Alabama loses this game, we wind up with a contingent 4-way tie. If Georgia were to lose, either Georgia or Texas is going to have 2 losses because they play each other this week.
Right.
You win the tiebreaker over Georgia, so you would be rooting pretty hard for the Bulldogs because I think they win every iteration of a tiebreaker that involves Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Their only remaining SEC game is Auburn, which I understand that's a rivalry game, but I do not see a snowball's chance in Atlanta they lose that game.
Yeah.
I don't think this game matters all that much to Alabama. I know that sounds crazy to say. I don't think losing this would change their perspective in any shape, form, or fashion. Because you still probably end up in Atlanta. If you beat A&M, you're still one of the top 4 seeds. You still get a bye. It's all still hunky-dunky. It would change who you play, but that would be the extent of it. And I don't know that I care.
Okay.
I'm trying to talk myself into why that number is so low because it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. I've watched both of these teams, and one of them is clearly gooder than the other, and they're not even giving a touchdown, which is weird.
Yeah, but it's the Oklahoma defense that I think gets all the credit here. is that they'll at least be able to keep it close.
The Oklahoma, I love when people say that. The Oklahoma defense is so good. You do realize they have played virtually nobody. The one good offense they played was Ole Miss, who beat them within an inch of their lives.
Mm-hmm.
Trinidad Chambliss went up and down the field on them. I think Alabama's going to do it too. Okay. I'm glad you took it because I really didn't want to have to. And now I'm curious where you go from here.
I'm going back to the NFL, and it's the Seahawks and the Rams.
Okay.
4:00 game.
That's not the one I wanted, so we're hunky-spunky.
Really?
Nope.
Okay.
I like that game, don't get me wrong. I'll tell you what the tiebreaker was for me. Can you give me a path in this world where the Rams and the Seahawks don't make the playoffs?
No.
I can't either.
No.
I can't either. That's the difference between the two. I think this game is important for the division because these two are really they are the contenders for that division.
Right.
San Francisco's 2 games behind them in the loss column.
Mm-hmm.
San Francisco has a loss to the Rams. I think they're going to have one to the Seahawks at the end of the season.
I don't think San Francisco, mathematically they're still involved here, but I don't think they're involved in the discussion of who's going to win this division.
Their schedule's
going
so
to be
bad that it keeps them around. You also have to remember these two, the Rams and the Seahawks play twice in the next, 6 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to keep San Francisco around, especially if they split. Because, yes, San Francisco's a game behind them in the loss column. San Francisco beat Seattle. They have a win against the Rams. And so if you get into tiebreakers, San Francisco favors out pretty nicely there.
Mm-hmm.
And, again, I think they play a school for the blind. This game's if the Rams win this game, do you look at them now as the favorite in the NFC?
Yes.
That's what I thought you were going to say, and that makes a lot of sense. I don't care if the Rams beat Seattle. I still like Seattle better because I think they don't match up as well with the Rams as they match up with other teams in the NFC. So it's not going to change my opinion all that much. And that was the tiebreaker because I'm taking another NFL game. I don't think I've ever started 3 NFL games in a row.
I don't think you have either.
I'm going Chiefs-Broncos. And I know that sounds crazy because I don't like this Bronco team all that much. I'm going to make this perfectly clear. If the Kansas City Chiefs lose this game, they will not make the playoffs in the AFC. I've done the math every single way because they're going to catch at least one more loss. Might catch 3 more losses.
Mm-hmm.
This is the biggest game of their season, and it's not close because you're coming off a bye. And Andy Reid's record coming off byes is insane. I think he's like 19-3 or something like that coming off the bye week.
Right.
This one's on the road. It's against a hurt Bronco team. This should be an easy Kansas City win. And I have said I think it will be.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's not, it changes everything in the AFC. I was going to say in the NFL, but it doesn't really change everything in the NFL. It changes everything in the AFC.
Well, has the number changed on how many games we have to win to get into the playoffs?
10.
Right.
10, but you have to win tiebreakers. Kansas City does not do well in tiebreakers because they've lost to the Chargers, they've lost to the Jaguars, they've lost to the Bills. That's 3 teams they're going to be competing with for a wild card. They're not playing the Jaguars again. They're not playing the Bills again.
Right.
So I almost feel like Kansas City has to get to 11.
Okay. That does make it tougher.
Also, if you lose to the Broncos, you play them at the end of the year. They beat you there. Now you lose the tiebreaker to them, too. So you would lose the tiebreaker to every team that we think could possibly make the playoffs. That hurts a lot.
Maybe so. There are at least 5 more wins on that schedule, though, or should be, which would get them to 10. So even if they picked up a loss in this game, it's not like season's over. It'd still be a fight to the playoffs.
I don't really agree with you on one word you just said.
What was that?
Because you said there are at least 5 more wins left. I can get to 4. Cowboys, Texans, Titans, Raiders. You still have one with the Colts. You have another one with the Chargers. You have another one with the Broncos. Those are not layups. This is not the Chiefs of old. These aren't layups.
Mm-hmm.
And if you lose to Denver here, that Charger game, now you're a dog. Straight up, you're a dog. I think they can come into your house and beat you. I've already watched them pretty well embarrass you once. Oh, but they only lost by 6. Did you watch the game? Because I did, and I never for 1 second thought you were better than the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That would be on you.
Is it?
Oh, wait a minute. I only made one pick there.
No, it's on you.
I only made one pick there. Sorry. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
It gets super gross from here.
Well, let's do it quick then.
Yeah, because I don't think any of this requires a whole mess of discussion. I hate to do this. I'm going Notre Dame, Pittsburgh. I have a weird feeling about this game, and it's not even because I like Pittsburgh. It's because I can't stand the fact that people think Notre Dame's so good and they haven't beaten anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we track meted 3 of the worst teams in Power 5 football. I don't care. Pittsburgh's not that bad.
After Narduzzi came out and said, I don't care if we lose this game, I hope he loses this game by 40
That did not
points.
help, but
Right.
I do. Pat Narduzzi's a weird guy. I mean, look, West Virginia is their biggest rival. I do not like Pat Narduzzi. I was not shocked that he said what he said. He's a weird dude. I don't think that's taking away from the preparation of the team. I think that was him more screwing with the media.
Yep. Possibly so.
Too quickly to you, sir.
Yes, sir. Let's go with let's go back to the NFL here. Because I'm going to go... Oh.
Cowboys, Raiders, Herd.
No, it's not going to be that one. You know what? I'm going to take Chargers, Jaguars. I think that one could be a good game.
It could be. It also could be a turd
It could be
festival.
gross. I mean, it could be just the Chargers beat the snot out of the Jaguars because, well, it's the Jaguars.
Which, by the way, every game you could possibly pick here, I could say that same thing about.
Oh, absolutely. Because I also feel like Bears-Vikings in the NFC North could be a barn burner. Chicago has always had that thing where, you know what, they may be a better team than the Vikings, but for some reason they're going to struggle and they're going to make it look harder than it should be. And in that case, who knows? Maybe JJ gets lucky and gets one to Justin Jefferson.
Okay, there are 2 games that I considered here. They're actually 3 games I considered here. They're both in college, and I'm going to sound out why I'm taking the one I'm taking. I considered Iowa USC. The problem is I think the final score of that game is going to be 14-12.
Could be.
Doesn't do much for me. I considered NC State Miami because I do have this weird feeling that NC State's going to upset Miami.
Mm-hmm.
What swayed me off that one? Hey, what do you think the get-in price for that game is right now?
For what game?
NC State Miami. It's in Miami.
Let's go $27.
Lower.
Wow. Man, they don't support stuff in Miami.
Oh, it's way lower. You're not even close.
It's like $8?
It's lower than that. It's $7.
Oh my!
You can get into Hard Rock Stadium for $7 for a conference game of a top 15 team. Do you know what that tells me? Because I've done this with Miami for a long time. It means that stadium is going to look like the apocalypse happened yesterday. It's going to look like the rapture happened right before kickoff because there's not going to be anybody in that building. And I don't think Miami's that good. I think they've lost their edge, and NC State's playing for a bowl berth, and playing for their coach, who I know for a fact they like. I like NC State this week. That's not the game I'm taking. The game I'm taking, and it feels gross to say this out loud, South Carolina, Texas A&M.
Ooh, okay.
And I'll sound out what it is about this game that has intrigued me.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Lenora Sellers is playing for his collegiate future.
Mm-hmm.
I think there have already been schools, and when I say I think, I know.
I know.
There have already been schools in touch with his representation of he's going to be the highest paid player in college football next year. The question is, does he have a fighting rooster on his helmet, or does he have a green and orange U, or does he have a Seminole chief? I don't know which one, but I have a real good feeling it's one of those three.
Mm-hmm.
And I just have a weird feeling you're going to get the best version of Lenora Sellers you've seen. And I think that game's going to be closer than people think.
All right, final selection?
That was my final selection.
That was only 5. We usually do 6.
I don't know how that happened. Okay, so I'll take that NC State game I was talking
You
about.
said 2 games that you didn't take, so.
I'll take that NC State game that I was just talking about.
Okay, all right, NC State,
We
Miami.
don't do math so good around here. Sorry.
Cool
I
story,
don't know how
bro.
I started. I'm still sitting on that math's not mathing, but maybe I screwed something up somewhere. I don't know.
I don't know. Who knows? All right, and my 6th and final selection, I will take another play-in game. It worked out pretty well for me when I took a group of 5 play-in game. It was either last week or week before last. So I'll do it again. I'm taking Navy hosting South Florida. It's the championship of the MAC, or of the not the MAC, the American, the AAC.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, if Navy wins that game, do you understand that if Navy wins that game, it means there's a great chance that Army-Navy is going to be a game that could put Navy in the playoff?
That's what I'm pulling for.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I am too.
That's what I'm pulling for. I want some national attention, more national attention, and some national implications put on this final game of the season. Because I will finally be able to enjoy it unbridled.
And once you enjoy it once, you'll enjoy it forever. I've stuck
Exactly.
by that forever.
Exactly. All right, Daily Draft, where are you going to go? If you could go anywhere, we'll come back and we will wrap it up for a Football Friday after this on ESPN Asheville.
You'll like what you get as we get into the afternoon, and for Saturday and Sunday. Got a little bit of a knockdown. There's some milder weather, upper 60s
Yes, sir.
today, and sunny, beautiful Friday evening out, and overnight we're a few degrees mild.
Damn, it's like your mic gets louder in my ear every time you take a break.
The weekend.
That
Sunday,
might have been my
sunshine,
fault. I knocked the
65
box
there.
off the table, so it may have actually gotten
Saturday night,
louder.
but it's gone. Weather Channel, I'm Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by IHOP. Introducing the IHOP Value Menu, where all your breakfast faves are just $6 each every day. Where else can you get a big filling sit-down breakfast for only $6? Go to your happy plates with the $6
do you have
IHOP
all my
Value
exes
Menu.
live in
Available every
Texas?
day at IHOP. $7 in some locations.
Downy Rinse fights stubborn odors in just one wash. When impossible odors...
That was George Strait?
Yep.
Yeah.
Of hearing
Make sure
scary
you
radio
get to
ads
the
about
chorus
IRS,
part, too.
Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000
That's
or
the last pick.
$500,000, we have a solution. TRA can
How do we
eliminate
want
or
to do
reduce
this?
what
Because
you
we'll
owe
have a
the
couple
IRS
minutes
with
to
zero
kill
risk
because I've
to
only
you.
got 5
If you can't
left.
reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-339-6282. That's 800-339-6282.
Isn't it nice?
I was looking to see if there's any late-breaking news.
Completely free?
Yeah, you get the iHeartRadio app without the pesky monthly fee.
Live radio, playlists for everything.
Oh, yeah, we
and
do
the
have
most
2
podcasts
super
on the
chats that
planet.
came in while
For the
we were
millions who already have it. iHeartRadio.
in the daily draft.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's
so
do
we can.
that.
Yeah, that's
This
perfect.
is our Ingalls story.
Thank you, Austin.
Thanks, chat.
Carolina, known throughout the South as Apple Country. Here, the family of Apple Wedge Farm is in its 5th and 6th generation, cultivating fresh fruit for the local community and beyond. For decades, these beautiful locally grown apples have graced the shelves of Ingalls markets. and we look forward to carrying them for decades to come. Ingalls. Low prices. Love the savings.
Why spend your whole holiday in the kitchen when Bears... That George Strait feller's got a lot of songs in here. What are the Bear Feast for it's a smoked turkey,
he's
mac
good at
and
singing.
cheese. I've never heard of him before. Beans, sausage, and bacon,
sounds
stuffing, cornbread. It feeds 6 to 8, or you can choose the Little Bear Feast for
He's
smaller
playing
gatherings.
Somehow they got
Pumpkin
Morgan
pie
Wallen
or
and
apple
George
crisp
Strait at
for the
Clemson
perfect
on two
finish.
different nights.
Visit BearsBBQ.com/Thanksgiving and order by November. That's cool.
Average
Bears
ticket
Smokehouse
price about
Barbecue,
$4.80.
Thanksgiving made easy and delicious.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville.
That's a lot.
Committed to you as our customers. And
I
the
can't
community
even
that
get
we
into
serve.
that show.
To do better,
Although I'm
be
going to
better
find a
every
way.
day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Clarissa sells WNC as the number
Sit out in a parking lot and listen to it.
customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
The Sportsocracy.
One thing that you're going to have to remember, one most important factor, is to protect your quarterback, me.
We are back in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, wrapping up a football Friday here over the next 10, 11 minutes. Jeremy, the chat looks a little active here. We got a couple of super chats that we need to get to.
It's all about the money, money, money. All about the money, money, money.
First one. You read the one from Welljo, right? Seahawks win, Tank KOD the Rams. Okay.
Yeah.
Austin Groves, when does the Big Ten kick out Rutgers and Purdue?
3 years.
At
minimum.
It's funny you brought this up because this has been discussed in circles around college football of who's going to be the first one that kicks out a low-performing school to replace their spot. Because once it happens, it's going to happen a bunch of times in very short order.
Mm-hmm.
I will say those are two of the most likely to get booted. New Jersey's close enough to the New York media market that they probably wouldn't get got. Purdue, on the other hand, you're 1 foot in the grave, 1 foot on a banana peel.
Northwestern was another one that...
Northwestern's out right outside of Chicago.
Yep.
Very large media market. Not that anybody cares, but that's something that...
That's kind of where I was at.
That is something that a lot of these ADs and presidents
us.
look at is, we've got a school that's in that media market, so we can own that media market. You would own that media market anyway, you morons. It has nothing to do with Northwestern.
Exactly. Like, that's all good and well, but you could have Chicago State, too, and that would do just as well.
Yes.
It would be just as big of an impact.
And they would be about as competitive.
No doubt. No doubt. All right, we got another one.
Show me the money, money. Show me the money. I like the cash.
This one's from Sir Jimothy, who said, a reminder, the reopening at the VFW is tonight in Black Mountain. Family friendly. Going out and see Sir Jimothy. He's been making a whole mess of barbecue, if I understood correctly.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to, and I would love to support Sir Jimothy, but I believe that the VFW in Black Mountain is not in my living room, which means it is not in my geographic area of the weekend.
Uh-huh.
Did you see Gambit fans' comment in the break?
No, I did not.
He said, I love how sassy Tank gets during the break. He's so done with this week. I think that's a good debate question. Who is more tired of this week and ready for it to be over? Me or you?
Yes, that's a tough one.
For sure.
That's definitely a coin flipper.
I had to work your schedule for the first time this week, and you have my respect, sir. Because the fact you don't come in with a blade in your pocket shocks me.
And just wait until the show's over, because I got another story to tell you. And it's going to make you realize just exactly why I'm so tired of this.
Oh. Oh, Lord. All right, so story time with Tank on our private line after the show. Can't wait.
Can't wait. It is that time. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. Last set of bangers for Week 12 in college football coming up next.
ESPN Asheville.
And we're clear.
Thank you.
Your mountain weather forecast.
If you like what you saw this morning, you'll like what you get as we get into the afternoon and for Saturday and Sunday. Got a little bit of a knockdown in temperatures after some milder weather. Upper 60s today and sunny, beautiful Friday evening out. And overnight, we're a few degrees milder, 40 and clear. Sunny tomorrow, even milder, 70 degrees. We'll wrap up the weekend Sunday with some sunshine, 65. There might be a little rain Saturday night, but it's gone by Sunday. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Stajan.
This report is sponsored by IHOP. Introducing the IHOP Value Menu, where all your breakfast faves are just $6 each every day. Where else can you get a big filling sit-down breakfast for only $6? Go to your happy plates with the $6 IHOP Value Menu. Available every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations.
This is what it sounds like to win $1,000 in bonus bucks.
I got $1,000! Oh my God, thank you!
Get ready for it to happen to you.
Are you freaking kidding me right now?
Every weekday.
Awesome!
Explore a career as a correctional officer. NC Department of Adult Correction is hiring with state benefits and paid vacation. Becoming a correctional officer can be a rewarding first step along a public safety career. Visit dac.nc.gov/cojobs.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-IHEART.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products.
All right, so you need Underdog and George Strait.
Yep.
Rubbers. Also that he can help students,
George Strait
staff,
for the
and
fifth
teachers
pick.
stay
I have a
healthy
feeling you know
and
which
focused.
game that will be.
Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop.
Yes.
Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu, medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
ESPN Asheville, broadcasting from the Ingalls studio at Radio Ranch. Log on to ESPNAVL.com and make us your number one preset on the iHeartRadio app. ESPN Asheville, number one for sports coverage in the mountains.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
At Ingalls Weather, we're celebrating Friday night rivals, televising college basketball games, bringing the Fan Fest to semi-pro soccer, or taking you out to the ball game at your minor league park. It's all in the bag. Ingalls, low prices, love the savings.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
Coffee's for closers only. Get them the money. Then when you get the money, you get the power. That watch costs more than your car. Then when you get the power, then you get the woman.
We're light on time, but it's the best part of the week. These are not just picks. These are the best kind of picks. Tank, hit it. Speed of lightning, roar of thunder. Virginia's a 5.5-point dog at Duke, and I can't make it make sense to me, please, because it doesn't make any damn sense. Give me Virginia. Chandler Morris is coming back this week. I think they're going to hurt Duke's feelings. Next, North Carolina. Don't look now. Team's getting better. They're getting better. They may not be as good as I wanted them to be, but they're gooder than they were. Give me North Carolina plus the 5.5 at Wake Forest. Florida State's a 14.5-point dog against Virginia Tech, and I understand they hurt Wake Forest feelings, but they're not good. We all get that, right? This team was supposed to be a playoff contender, and they have largely quit. Give me Virginia Tech plus the 14.5. Florida State wins, Virginia Tech covers. NC State's catching 14.5 at Miami. That number's come down all the way from 18.5. I still like it here, and I'm going to tell you this. I think NC State beats Miami outright. Not because NC State's great, but because Miami is not. And finally, George Strait, one of my favorite singers of all time. Take it away, King George.
All my exes live in Texas.
A couple of my exes actually do live in Texas. I'm taking the Longhorns plus 6.5. Georgia is the most overrated team in college football. They have pieces, but Gooner won't be enough to beat Arch. Give me the Longhorns, baby. They're going to take down Georgia, and the SEC will become an unmitigated mess.
All right, there you have it. You can take your wagers over to the DraftKings Sportsbook app, the official sportsbook of the Sportsocracy. Enjoy the weekend, ladies and gentlemen. We will be back with you on Monday for
Overreaction Monday.
Well, that's right. We'll see you then at noon Monday. Be there.
Diego Pavia, tell Theo Vaughn, if we beat
Clear.
Carolina, you go on a date with my mom.
The Sportsocracy.
I mean, if you're friends with the guy, don't date his mom.
Tank, I believe that is the greatest example of the discrepancies between one Nathaniel Robert Spencer and Jeremy Borat Greene.
Is no friendship sacred enough?
Weekdays, noon to 3.
I mean, like, I wouldn't do that to you.
Tank, Kathy would make you cry.
That's what I'd hope.
Oh.
On Asheville's #1 sports station, ESPN Asheville.
This football season, Bear Smokehouse Barbecue is where the fans feast. Catch every game Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday on big screens with booming sound, cold drinks, and the best barbecue in town. Bring your crew and tackle the game day grub package. A dozen wings, a pound of pork or chicken, a full rack of ribs, 3 pints of sides, and slider rolls, feeding 4 hungry fans. Whether you're cheering for touchdowns or just here for the ribs, Bears is the ultimate game day destination. Bears Barbecue in downtown Asheville, your home for football, where the fans feast.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
From the Ingalls studio,
WPEK Fairview,
WMXF Waynesville,
W225 CJ Candler.
the #1 preset in your car, and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Free, never